nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1020. Doing it live. And we got Monty back, and we've got back Andy Warski for the first time in like 5 years. You were on here like on this channel like 5 years ago.
Holy shit, dude. Yo, what's going on, dude? Yeah, a lot has happened in 5 years.
Yeah,
A whole lot.
we were talking about. Let's just continue the conversation.
Andy Warski, I don't know who the fuck you are, so this is going to be fun.
Sure, right? Man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wild ride the last 5 years.
Yeah.
My downfall 3 times, drug addiction, now blowing back up. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Look, I get to hang out with you now. I get to meet this Andy.
Yeah.
Probably the best version, not the psychotic, coked out.
You know, one of the craziest things, like you and Ethan Ralph did some kind of IRL house at some point, and there was like the 24-hour camera or something, and Ralph like attacked you, and you can hear you in the background just being like, ah!
No. Okay, that was in Miami.
Okay.
And Ralph was blackout drunk, and he was trying to attack me in the room. And I went up to his face, and I didn't want to fight him, right? And get like arrested and shit.
Yeah.
Do I stop when your donos come in?
No, you don't have to. I quieted. We'll read them later.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I just screamed in his face to like freak him out. And then he, like I ended up leaving the room from there. So we did move in, right? We did move in together. But that was like after I left, after my downfall, after like the Warski live day.
Yeah.
Right. So I was really big, I guess, on YouTube, right? And I had to show Warski live. It's for Monty, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm learning. Tell me more.
So we do this. A political show that gets really fucking big. Yeah. But then I start doing massive amounts of drugs, like coke. Yeah. Like literally, like my camera's turning off and on the entire show. Dude, if you go back and hear clips from the show, I sound terrible.
Oh, and Monty, his co-host was JF Gallieppe.
Wait, say that again?
His co-host was
Zoe
JF.
She'll chime in and listen if she wants.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
His co-host was JF.
Oh, really? All right. The JF.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you guys are cool with him, right?
I mean,
we used to be.
He was before Billy was on the show. Jeff was a patron of DP back in the day, and that's how I met him originally.
Okay.
And
he would take you and pay you with the money Epstein sent him.
So
you got Epstein money rolling around here.
Apparently. Does it count if it's like 2 separations? 2 degrees of separation.
Yeah. It's just stepped on. Your Epstein money was stepped on a little bit.
Okay. Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
I remember he was on your show before me and him teamed up. It's coming back to me. Yeah. But now you guys don't talk.
Well, this is what happened. So originally he started being on because he was a top tier patron, and if you were a certain Patreon level, we'd let you come on the show. And we had him on, and he was smart with a lot of things, and he's well educated and shit. So we'd have him on to talk about science and that kind of stuff. Then he started doing his show with you, and it got more political, and then the whole Mama JF thing started happening, and Billy did this really
really on spot on impression of Mama JF.
Mama JF.
No, it was pretty mean.
And he blocked us.
It was pretty mean. I understand, but it was crazy. JF actually came out for being into women with very low IQs
on DP.
On our show.
We were mentioned in those court documents, actually.
Whoa.
Really?
Because he met his slow girlfriend.
Yeah,
because she was a DP fan, actually.
It says in the document that she was a fan of Drunken Peasants and was unfit, deemed by the state of Texas unfit to mentally date JF Garapi.
Yeah.
And that was the first.
I'm Hannibal right now in this. This is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Y'all might need to walk me through this whole thing so I can know who my new buddy is up here. 'Cause so far, I like you, dude. So far, I like you.
I like you too, Monty. The whole JF thing, remember I did like a doc. So he made a stream after we had split up called The Twisted Mind of Andy Warski. And P.S. I had a show called Twisted Mind for 2 years before ending it and starting the new show.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing The Twisted Mind of JF, a 2-part documentary that I had to go, head through all those court documents, and he had dated 3 special needs girls or something. I even got some emails from people, I'm not going to say who it was, who don't want to be mentioned because they're actually scared of him. He would threaten them and shit. And I was like, okay, well, this confirms it, obviously. But there was some sketchy shit with him for sure. I mean, I don't want to start beef with him again because that's old hat and old news. No thanks.
Yeah.
But there was some sketchy shit. Yeah, there was some sketchy.
In the words of the great philosopher and poet, the notorious B.I.G., what's beef? Beef is when I see you is guaranteed to be an ICU. Why are you scared of me?
Yeah, but we our show, I ended up hating a Warski Live. Some people we had I think 4 really big shows: the Spencer versus a Sargon debate and a few big ones, but usually it was 300, 400 viewers, right? So, but it was just every episode, Monty, this guy would always talk about the white ethno state, right?
What?
JF.
Yeah, it became and then I was mixed in with the alt-right and all this shit. I was just high on coke, wanted to make money. I'm do we have donos coming in? Because I need to buy more coke.
You were off that alt-white.
Keep that alt-right coke money coming. I get you.
The last time we had JF on, we asked him about his ethno state, and he said, well, I would let Asian women in, though.
Of course he would let Asian women in. Why is everybody has an Asian woman fetish? What is that?
Because they're fucking hot.
Well, it doesn't make sense for him because Asian women tend to have very high IQ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, look, I like what Belle Biv DeVoe warned me against. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so then Billy said, well, there's this big island of trash floating out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Why don't you move your ethno state there?
I thought he could terraform it. I thought it was a good idea. He got mad. He got very mad.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Actually, Billy, we met in real life. Remember, we hung out at VidCon for a while.
2017. I remember.
That was fucking amazing,
Chocolate
dude.
Rain?
That was a great time.
You got a really good video of me jumping into a pool.
The pool?
I like the pool video. We ran into Tay Zonde at one point, and everybody was marking for Tay Zonde, and I'm looking at everybody around us. I'm like, why? He's old news. You guys are all cooler than Tay Zonde. And then I think Tay Zonde heard me say that, and then I would run into him at 9 more parties that weekend. He'd always give me the side eye. I made mortal enemies with Tay Zonde that weekend. I felt so bad.
We ended up, remember, we got a trending on Twitter for the shut up Tariq when we were all there. And we all okay, all right, tweet now. Everyone retweet each other's tweet now. We were number 1 on Twitter. That was funny.
We started Nasheed?
Yeah, we started Tariq Nasheed beef.
Wow. I want beef with him.
And we were just at this little house, little Airbnb, and there was a nice pool. We're hanging outside of the pool, drinking, talking trash, and just doing memes all night long.
Yeah, good times. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. That was my first VidCon, and that was actually. I think that was before I was regularly on the show. That was after the Paul P thing.
Yeah,
it was after the P thing, but before like the return of being on the show. I think it was right before the 24-hour show. That was
I remember you were starting to hop on this show a lot more after that. Okay. Yeah. So then, we're heading through a trip down memory lane here.
Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
So I do this show. Yeah.
Oh,
but then I get tired. Oh, sorry. Good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You go ahead.
And they're fucking with me in your Discord chat. Just so you know, y'all, I don't feel welcome right now. I don't feel part of this family anymore. They're fucking with me in the Discord chat. I'm angry.
Don't worry, we're no longer alt-right adjacent. You're safe here.
Well, that was the thing. I and that's what like freaked me out too. You know, right-wing watch. All these people heading after me. There was exaggerations and lies and stupid shit I was doing. So I went nuts. Like I went absolute. Like I was just like I was tweaking like really, really fucking bad. And then that's when me and a JF split. I tried to like revive the show. It failed miserably. Then I started doing more drugs and I was running out of money. And I'm like, I have to fix this. Like without even thinking about it, I just flew to America. Like moved in with Ralph. Okay, so Ethan Ralph. If you don't know Ethan Ralph, do you know who Ethan Ralph is, Monty?
No.
We'll talk about him.
Just like I
an important part to know.
I don't know what any of this is. Like
he has a right
me and Hannibal are so new to all this shit. We just popped in and started doing stuff. And they're like, oh, you know this person, right? No, we have no idea.
Ethan Ralph, actually, like, it was legendary. When I had made it back after the whole America thing, he came here and debated Bosch.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I was an Uber driver for a year when I made it back, right? And I remember driving and I was hearing that live, like on a headphone, on one headphone. And when he drops the hard R, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm not racist. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, and I expected that. I knew he would do that. I didn't know he'd do the whole doxing thing. And then he went back to D Live and started doxing people on D Live later that night because I had the nerve to hang up on him because I wouldn't let him dox people on my stream. And I noticed a lot of people like Gator and people who are now not his friends anymore were telling him this is a bad look for you. They were in his chat like, you're fucked up because he was fucked up.
Yeah, when he's drunk, he gets mean drunk, which I'll go over for sure. But I remember he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll make your bitch famous," and you're both like, "No," like Billy's face.
Yeah,
Billy, your face is like the funniest face when you're just like, "No, I don't think that's a good idea." Like,
probably not. Don't do that. I gotta ask a question about Ethan Ralph. Everybody says he's like 5'1". That's the joke, right? How tall do you think Ethan Ralph is?
I like realistically, like unironically, 5'5" or 5'6".
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's 5'5". I'm 5'11", so he's like about to here to me.
Holy shit!
So we're about the same size.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet JF in real life?
Hold on though.
Yeah.
Is he 5'6"?
He's shorter than me for sure. He's probably like 5'8".
Okay.
Or something.
So he's like my height.
5'8". Yeah.
Ethan Ralph, IMDb never lies, especially about people's heights.
You sound like.
No, IMDb lied about my height too.
No.
I'm still thinking about going down to IMDb and filing a Karen complaint. I don't.
Someone went on IMDb and said Billy was like 5'3" or something.
They said 5'4.5", 5'8".
And they said you were like 700 pounds or something.
It's all sorts of lies.
I met Billy in person. He's about 5'1".
Whoa!
I hope you drown in Katrina too.
I'm fucking with you. Billy is much taller than that. Billy is taller than me.
You see the trivia?
Infamously sharded during a 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
got mugged and had his man purse stolen while in Portugal? Was his purse actually up on Craigslist afterwards, or was that a joke?
Yes, it
oh
was.
my god!
It was the Portuguese version of Craigslist. Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Also,
Mon,
really
you're
just
gonna love
wishing
this.
death when you watch this.
So okay, all right,
Love
so
you.
I move in with him. Okay, so I stopped doing the coke. I move in with him. I start IRL streaming. So Monty, it's when you're filming yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I know about IRL streaming. Like I understand.
All right.
I don't know the people. The people.
Okay, all right, cool. So the whole joke back then, especially, was people would donate very racist or evil things. So then you were around. Yeah. Still do now.
Even on our show, which is hosted by two black dudes. So it still happens.
And in public, it's very scary. So the whole joke is, okay, you're at a bar. Oh shit, the DuckTales N-word version starts playing. Start running for your life, right? That was the whole.
And I can never not sing along with DuckTales, so like it's so hard for me not to, because I love the DuckTales song. It's just ingrained in me.
That whatever out of your boom, it would be like jump out a window, like running full speed. So I'm doing this with some guys or whatever. Okay, so and for Monty, Ethan Ralph, he hosts a right wing podcast. It's now an Odyssey. It's called The Kill Stream, and he's lost a lot of favor with people. Okay, you have, yeah.
I've heard of it. Don't know anything about it.
He was on YouTube. He was very big there for a while. Then he ended up doing this infamous stream called the Heel Stream, and he had two people on there debating the Holocaust. And YouTube does not like that.
No, they don't.
It was a charity stream too, by the way.
they raised a lot of money for charity.
God.
It was St. Jude's, right? Yeah.
It was 26,000 they raised or something like that. And I guess I think it was Washington Post, right? Made an article saying these Nazis are raising money, and they refunded all the money and all this stuff. Banned from YouTube, move over to D Live, hosting there. The whole January 6th thing screwed up everyone who was sort of edgy on D Live, so everyone moved over to Odyssey. So that's
I can imagine
who Ethan Ralph is, and I'm going to tell you what his biggest drop off was, which was about 3 months ago. But I'll say that on the timeline. So. I moved there. He ends up getting drunk every fucking single day, and he's very violent and mean when he's drunk. So one day, I said this on my show before, his wife at the time, Nora, was there, and me and her, we were hanging out having beers and stuff with him.
Wait, pause real quick. Nora, that is absolutely a supervillain's wife's name. But continue. I just wanted to chime in with that.
Yeah. So we're drinking. He gets all weird and mopey, heads into his room. Me and her head out for a cigarette and come back in. And he had been reading the Kiwi Farms, and the Kiwi Farms apparently had said Andy's smashing Nora.
Stay off the farms.
Obviously, we were not doing that. And then he starts saying, like, you bitch, you better come with me to my mom's house. And if you don't, like, and he was like walking up to her. It was very weird, right? Like very like abusive, very scary situation. So when he left and he stole my bottle of vodka, he chugs it at the sink like this, like four gulps, walks up to me, and he's like, I'm taking this bottle of vodka. You okay with that, bitch? And I'm like, what? He said F slur, actually, but I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
But we call it the F God.
Okay.
You don't have to say it. He said the F God.
Yeah, there you go. So he leaves. I end up packing all my bags. I book it, hang out with these dudes in Florida for a bit. And now here's the infamous Aim stream. We were doing a stream, Monty. This is my most embarrassing moment. Remember, I'm healing off the addiction. This is my most embarrassing moment on the internet.
Okay.
We were doing a stream where eventually someone had made a song, a custom song that yelled, and we were in like a busy street, okay?
Yeah.
It said, it was like, I'm Andy Warski and I hate, and it was over and over and over. And it's my name, so I'm freaking out. I'm running. eventually,
wait, let me get it clear. So it's basically them saying that you hate the Mexican breakfast dish, migas.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, but the larger size, the hard R.
Yes.
So,
Gotcha. All right.
So then some like jacked guy, right? And I was with a guy who had a gun on him. Okay. So this guy starts following us around and he's threatening us and shit. And I'm freaking out. I want to leave. My friend Failure at the time wanted to head back and do some more streaming or something. And this guy brought like 3 of his buddies. So there's 3 like muscle-bound dudes walking towards us. And I'm filming. And then the infamous line is I go, aim, aim, aim. And my buddy pulls out the gun.
Yes.
So I'm filming behind him. And he's got a gun out. Yeah, I know, you're cringing.
And the dude is still advancing on them too. Like, it could have been really bad.
That could have been. Yeah, the guy he wasn't even flinching. And the Alex dude, I didn't even have it loaded. And then he loads it, and he aims it, and then Failure is yelling shoot, shoot, shoot or whatever, but he didn't shoot. Then the dudes came and fought us for a bit. And then we end up phoning the police.
Fought you for a bit.
Retards.
Like, how?
Failure.
Failure got attacked.
Failure. Yeah, Failure was attacked, and the chicken wings were lost that we bought. So that was pretty
Is
sad.
Failure your size?
Failure's pretty big, but I don't know exactly how big.
Attacked for some M bombs.
Yeah,
they're gonna take your chicken wings, bro.
Yeah.
And they took the chicken wings.
You didn't earn this.
They were white guys too that attacked them. Yeah,
but still, if you're getting attacked for M bombs, you didn't earn those chicken wings. You don't deserve them. So, all right, that's fair. Them taking your chicken wings is fair. Okay, all right.
Ironically, I'm from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, right?
Yeah.
They were from Mississauga.
Were they?
Yeah, fucking we're in Clearwater, Florida.
That's
and they were
crazy.
From Mississauga.
Yeah.
That is what a fucking.
That's very weird.
Yeah. You don't want to get yourself in trouble where they take food from me. Look, my first day in Seattle when I came out there to visit Ben, some woman gave me her breakfast sweet potato.
Yeah, you were walking around with a whole sweet potato.
It was the woman at the gas station.
This is for you. She's like, this is for you, you sweet New Orleans man. And I'm like, thank you. You adorable.
She was like an old Filipino lady.
Yeah.
She just carries around a sweet potato.
She was
for
eating
breakfast?
or she was eating one behind the counter and gave him
She
one.
had an extra one?
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I'm having breakfast. I didn't want to have it alone. That was the basic sentiment.
Did you rub her feet?
No. I just brought the charm.
You should have rubbed her feet.
Like, y'all met me. I'm a charming motherfucker. I don't have to say shit. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Like, Billy wanted to fuck the first.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
I'm going through content. I'm trying to find something else. Keep talking.
You good. Yeah, okay. So we end up pointing the gun. We end up phoning the police. And we end up following them while I'm yelling, stay back. So that's the joke. Haha, stay back. Stay the fuck back. My voice was screeching. Back. I can't. I've never even watched the video. I've seen clips.
I wouldn't be able to
I've
either.
never watched the video.
I wouldn't be able to either.
People have tried playing it, and I'm just like, all right, guys, have fun watching it. Like, I just leave for a bit.
Yeah.
So, my buddy gets arrested, Alex, and that night, fucking Mr. Medicare, and Mr. Medicare, tons of viewers, makes a stream called "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong," and boom, everyone on the internet hates me. Deservedly so for being a fucking retard, doing what I did. And then that's when I moved back to Canada and I quit the internet and I self-reflected. I'm like, okay, started doing Uber and shit. And yeah, I started streaming video games for a bit. And then as I'm building up, eventually Ethan Ralph was like, you want to be on the show as a co-host? I said, sure, and help promote my gaming streams, which turned into a show with Kyler called Twisted Mind, like a funny-ass show. We had over 200 episodes, and we ended it amicably. We still worked together on videos and shit. And so I'm on Killstream the whole time. And now we are in present day. 3 months ago, where this is when Ben, we started talking again because you were asking me like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So finally Killstream wasn't paying at all. So I'm working for him for like free for a year and a half. So I left literally with like, hey man, you know, like I'm just gonna do my own thing now, blah, blah, blah. And then I do a show with Ashton, aka PPP, called The Kino Casino, episode 1 against Nick Fuentes. And then he tweets, and I'm like, my only rule, because he was like enemies with Ralph, like PPP and Ralph.
Yeah.
So I'm like, actually, my only rule is I don't want to start drama with Ralph. No, thank you. So, dude, I don't want to talk about him at all. He goes, fair. Okay, that's my only rule, my only stipulation. Then Ralph started heading on Twitter, people betraying me and blah, blah, blah. After a year and a half of helping this dude, like backing him up on stuff, I'm like the shit people were saying about him, I was like turning a blind eye to, which I regret. But, you know, I was depressed and fucking, you know, I had nothing like happening in my life. And I'm like, I thought it was all just trolls and shit trying to like exaggerate shit about him. And then the more deeper I look into it, the crazier shit I found.
Yeah, I mean, like the porn video is pretty inexcusable.
And that's what I left the show, was the moment he was convicted for that. I'm like, oh, because he's been telling me that was bullshit. And I was believing him because he was my friend.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, and then I was like, I can't associate with this. Like, this is like disgusting to me. So I'm going to just like, you know, like walk away. I don't want no drama because my whole life used to be drama and I don't want that, right? So then he starts going. So I go, don't talk to me about loyalty. That's all I say. He does a 30-minute rant about how he wishes I was dead. My brain was splattered on the floor. Starts saying I'm like a drug addict still or whatever. Makes up lies about me. Then he says, I'm going to rape your sister.
Yeah. And now I do want to mention Monty got disconnected. That's why he's been frozen for a little while. But I like how you're walking everyone through this. So when he said that, was that the reason he went to Portugal?
Like, he wasn't full rape. He's like, I'm going to find where your sister lives and I'm going to fuck her.
And she lives in Portugal?
Man. Oh, she lives in Portugal.
So that's why he went there.
That's why.
That is so fucked up.
So it's like, okay, like I wasn't like, oh, he's actually gonna rape her, but saying that about your family member and then buying a ticket there, I was like, what? So then in my mind, I'm not taking what he's saying seriously. I say that because he's an insane person. So we do episode 3. I remember this like fully. We do episode 3, which is about baked Alaska or some shit, Nick Fuentes. And then fucking he goes, I'm going to head to Portugal. I'm going to fly there. And then Ashton was like, there's no way he's going to head there. He goes, we have to fucking bait him into going. So he wastes his money. That was the whole joke. He's going to waste his money to own me.
Yeah,
right?
you guys were like, he's never going to go there.
Yeah, well, because the idea was I was planning on moving there for a while and changed my mind. I actually just came from there. I was there for a week.
Cool.
I just flew in last night, actually. Scary
your
layover.
Your face doesn't look like it was crushed.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, they love me. They love me. So we are like, there's no way. So I'm like, they won't let you into Portugal. You're a pig. I own Portugal. I'm Chapo Warski. I own the island. Try it. And then he buys a ticket, and we're like, no way, he did it. We're like, holy shit. And then Dick Masterson was supposed to go with him, right? And then we were so bummed out because on Wednesday, Dick Masterson was like, everyone's making fun of Ralph for all this whole situation. So Dick Masterson goes, I broke my foot.
Yeah. You know what? I want to put it out there. I like Dick Masterson. I think he's really talented and really funny. Like, I personally like him. I don't know what he sees in Ralph, honestly. I don't get it. Maybe it's because Ralph is willing to do, like, whatever. Like, but I do want to say, like, Dick Masterson just happens to injure himself anytime he's like doing a Ralph-related event because he just injured himself again at the bowling thing that they did.
Event?
Yeah.
There we go.
Welcome back, Monty.
Sorry about that, y'all. I just plugged this computer back in. It decided to do an update.
You good, bro? You good? So basically, I was just saying we baited that guy, Ethan Ralph, to going to Portugal after he said he was going to rape my sister. Okay?
So, like
it was
Andy's
great.
sister lives in Portugal, and Ethan Ralph is like, oh, you know, like, I'm going to go to where your sister lives. Maybe I'll hook up with her or whatever, like something stupid like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he actually went.
And then, we were like, I was like, there's no way that they'll let you in. I'm the Chapel of Portugal. They're going to throw your pig ass out of there, which he bought the tickets. And we're like, oh my God, he bought the tickets. Then Dick Masterson was supposed to go with him. Then Wednesday, Dick Masterson breaks his foot. Okay.
Yeah.
So then on Thursday, we were so mad because he's like, I'm canceling the trip. And we're like, he's got to go. I'm like, what do I do? Then we did the Fuck Ralph Festival. So we had all of Ralph's enemies. Like everyone he's ever betrayed on.
Oh.
We had music. We had rap songs.
Yeah.
MC Jarbo.
I love
we
it.
had the fake Mr. Medicare. It was 6 hours.
That's beautifully petty.
It was you had on what's her name, Mint Salad, the girl that beat up Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, with the exclusive fight footage.
Yeah.
Fight footage, remember?
Yeah.
We had Cog, Augie, Nick Ricada. The music was funny. It was high energy.
See,
and then he's like, I'm going. That solidified the flight to Portugal.
That's hilarious how easily manipulated he is. Like, and the thing is like Dick Masterson had to lie about his foot being broken, because if he would have just been like, no, Ralph, I'm not going because everyone's like making fun of me over it, then Ralph would have turned on Dick, because he turns so easily. Like if you
one thing.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And I'm sure they partied and then some stuff that, when you're with your pals and shit, you have some shit that you could expose someone on. And he's very like, he'll leak your number. He doxed Augie and shit and Gator, all this stuff. So it's like, if you betray him, everyone will know everything that you've ever told him.
Okay.
So he heads to Portugal, right? And we think this is hilarious. He wasted all his money. And then he posts a picture, I think it was on the Monday. So it's like Friday, Fuck Ralph Festival. He flies out Saturday. On the Monday, he's supposed to head to a club. But then he's like, all the clubs were closed down. So I did something else in Lisbon. Which, by the way, Lisbon is mainland. But my island is the Azores, Terceira, which is literally over the Pacific Ocean. Like, it's between America and Portugal, so he's not even on the right spot. Yeah. Then he posts a picture of him with a Burger King crown on.
He went to Burger King. He hit up the BK.
Why?
To own me. He went to Burger King in Portugal.
He thought he was the king of Portugal at that point.
I guess so.
That's not even the funniest part. Like,
dude.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Monty, you're okay.
All right, I'm liking where this is going.
Okay,
it's great getting to know you. This is fun.
You too, man. You too. I hope I'm explaining it all properly. There's so much lore in between, but he's a highlight.
I don't fucking know. I like your energy though, dude. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
Thanks, dude. So Wednesday rolls around, and Ralph hasn't tweeted in 24 hours. Now, I don't know if any of you at home know, but this guy was tweeting when his daughter was born. Like the minute she was born, he's tweeting. He's tweeting every 5 seconds. It's all the haters and everything. So we're like 24 hours. I'm like, is he dead?
Almost.
Like, he's gotta be dead. Like, that's insane. Yeah. So he then randomly, I get a DM. There it is. I get that. He tweets this picture.
Oh shit.
Well, I've definitely got to experience Portugal in a way I never thought I would.
Never thought I would.
What is it with me in 4-on-1 fights? LOL. And forgive my hair, but there's not a stylist on call here in the hospital. He got the shit kicked out of him. And Chapo Warski, you don't know anything about this, do you?
No, I got accused of it. Everyone's like, yo, you phoned your goons. I'm like, I swear, I don't know anyone in Lisbon. You know what I mean? So I tweet that picture. I got like fucking like 200 retweets in a second. And I'm just like, whoa, I got owned there, Ralph. They broke his orbital bone. So his left eye was shattered from the inside. And had to slice open the bottom the next day and operated on him. And if you look at pictures of him now, he's disfigured.
Yeah,
he looks like a lizard. Like he looks like one way and the other way.
Oh no, I didn't notice that because I've only seen him with glasses on.
That's why.
Look, somebody, who is that? Rat Lord? Yeah. Where's Dorn to give this man some mac and cheese? Fuck.
Yeah. Hold on though. Also, does he have no teeth? Because it looks he has the appearance of someone who has no upper teeth right here.
No, he has his. Everyone was suggesting that, but no, he has his teeth. He has his teeth. I think it's just like his face.
Yeah,
just
he got
puffed
fucked
out.
up. I don't understand getting your ass kicked like that and then immediately take. Look, the last thing I'm doing after I get my ass whooped like that is taking a picture of myself. I'm gonna be like, hey y'all, I'm gonna be radio silent for a while. We'll talk about it later. Nobody's getting a picture of my ass whooped like that.
You know,
nobody.
And my aunt is sick. I'm gonna go take care of her for a while. Like make something, like anything.
Yeah.
Just make it so lie. But especially when you're trying to own
let me like real quick for my daughter, Zoe, look at me, eye to eye. If you ever get your ass whooped like that, don't share those pictures. No.
You know what else though?
Understand.
Here's the thing. He had like an $800 like Gucci bag or something.
Oh yeah.
And it got stolen when he got jumped. And then they saw it on sale on like a website a day
Portuguese
later.
Craigslist.
Yeah, Portuguese Craigslist.
It was a beautiful purse though.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck. Dude, actually, if you want a good recap of this, Monty, this guy called Kill All Pedos, he does these cool animations. He actually has the entire setup. Like he did it's called the Gun Apocalypse, and he released a 10-minute video, and it's so fucking good. Like I highly recommend Kill All Pedos, the Gun Apocalypse. It's called the it's the latest video, whatever it is. So gets his ass whipped, operation, flies by. Now he's back. Now he's disfigured. This ends up blowing up our show even more. And now he's sort of like pissed off of me because anyone who made fun of him after that, he went after all his old co-hosts. Yeah. Started doxing Gator, my buddy, old co-host, 7-year friend of his.
Yeah.
And then said, I'm going to tell everyone in your area or your school that you're a white supremacist and ruin your life.
And then another thing we don't want to leave out is that the guy that Ralph got popular for clowning on was Mundane Matt for being a false flagger.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And Mundane Matt hosted a chat after Ralph came back from Portugal and he was all beat up. Mundane Matt hosted a chat between Ralph and his hero, Mr. Medicare, and Mr. Medicare tore him a new one. And at the end, Matt was like, hey, can I see your flagging history? And Ralph left, like immediately ran.
Yeah.
Because Ralph false flags people all the time. It's so fucking ironic that he kind of made a name for himself off of the Mundane Matt shit. When like Mundane Matt couldn't even hold a candle to flagging when it comes to what Ralph does, you know.
He got 3 years of shit, dude. I
thought it was unfair. I thought it was really unfair, honestly. I laughed at it, honestly, but you know,
it was funny. The whole boulder.
Yeah.
I wasn't flagging. I was picking up boulders with my baby daughter. What?
All right.
She's strong. She can pick up boulders.
I have one question. I'm confused, and I hate to always bring it back to black people, white people.
Well, you're racist. It's okay.
But yeah, I'm all right. I'm racist right now, so I will be. because on Black People YouTube, we're just laughing at like what Chris Brown did last week. I don't know if he did anything.
Did you saying Chris Brown did this to Ethan Ralph? He got Rihanna and Ethan Ralph?
What I'm saying is, how does this stuff? How am I looked at as weird for not knowing who Andy Warski is?
Did we call you weird? We're just filling you in.
And then I'm hearing about like, oh, but this person false flagged that person. I don't give a fuck who flags me. And I'm not flagging other people because I don't give a fuck.
If you got flagged enough, you would give a fuck.
But if they talk shit about me, I laugh at it. And if they flag me, I'll just make another YouTube. I don't give a fuck.
Here's another interesting thing. Andy used to be on this other stream with these guys, and one of their names was Tonka Saw. And they were buddies, but then they started hating each other, and they put together like an actual professional MMA match with each other in an arena with a ring, with a promoter, and it was going to be like live streamed and shit too.
And there was real other fighters who we were like the top card of this like Valor fighting, like a real.
It was an early celebrity. Like MMA match.
Wait, no.
Before anyone did it.
So when y'all decided to throw hands, you put money behind it. You're like, hey, let's make an event, and then we're gonna throw hands.
And the other guy,
they got put on the event, right?
But the thing was, they actually got put. Like a woman that they knew that was a pro fighter, like helped set it up. But the thing was, the other guy always challenged everyone else to fights and talked about what a tough guy he was. But then when it came time to show up, he couldn't even get the blood work and shit done to like make it happen.
So he didn't show up. So I had like 200-300 fans fly down. I walk out to his intro music from his show. Sunday, and he was like native. So I came out in a headdress and a Mr.
Oh my God.
and a Mr. Mediker's a hoodie, and we always made fun of him saying he didn't have the blood work done because he's actually in a wheelchair, and I was wheeled out by Dick Masterson in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
His intro music. And everyone. And I had a speech and everything. I called him a bitch and shit in front of like 10,000 people. And I actually worked out. I trained at we have like a UFC gym here. Yeah. So I trained with MMA for like 3 months and weightlifting for a bit. But I was 155 on the way in. Now I'm 178 and I'm still working out.
Okay. Putting on some of that
yeah. Like I'm thinking about training in a few months in the summer for like at the UFC gym for fun. Like I want to like, spar and learn it. So I want to keep. Yeah.
So when you were training from the fight, though, you were on blow the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's 155 on coke. That's pretty good. That was a really like hilarious moment though when you all walked out and pulled rank. Like it would have been awesome to watch you guys fight, but like that was a career ender right there. Tonka was gone after that, right?
No, you can't.
What the hell are you gonna do?
You can't posture like that. And he tried to blame something out, like his name change or whatever. But it's like, I mean, if you want to do like a pro fight, you gotta like satisfy the athletic commissions of the area, which means all that, like, you can't have like HIV or hepatitis or anything like that and get into a fight with somebody.
And that state, they didn't do drug tests, so he could have even took steroids if he wanted to. You know what I mean? Like it was just like a hepatitis and AIDS test.
Yeah.
So which is quick. You just add into a walk-in blood work. A week later, you pick it up or whatever, and you're clean or whatever. Then you just screenshot it, send it over to the people. They verify it. Boom. But the guy, right? So I send in my blood work, and the dude texted me, and he's just like, bro, he hasn't shown up with the blood work. He says he's on the way. I'm like, what? And then half an hour later, he texts me. He's like, I just spoke to like the heads of Valor, and they're giving everyone an hour extra. I'm like, okay. Hour later, bro, he's not going to show up, but you can still. I had to still show up, right? Because 300 people or like 200 people or some shit bought like, hotels, all booked hotels and flights and shit. I'm like, you know what? We'll party. And it was a fucking amazing like time. Like that was such a fun trip. Like everyone had a great time. And it was very memorable. And that guy was like pretty freaking evil with what he was doing to try to ruin not only me, but other people's lives. So it was a nice big fuck you there. So yeah.
He used to pop into my chat from time to time. Like he was always like really friendly to me, but like
he used to be cool.
Yeah. I
He
don't
used
know.
to be really cool. I don't know what happened. Like, I guess he was. It's the thing that kills people, and what killed me for a while too. When you get an ego on you, and you think you're better, it's over. That is the end.
I've had that.
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
I don't know. I've been running on this big ego being better than everybody for quite a while. I enjoy it.
His is like can't even be contained.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I got little dick, big ego, and fuck them all. That being said, like the stream, guys.
I wanted to play a video really quick. This is a weird announcement. I'm kind of surprised. And by the way, he beat Joe to the punch. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Oh shit! I gotta turn the volume up.
Not this
platform. You probably have already seen it, but this is really exciting stuff, and I'm very proud to announce tonight that Stephen Bonnell, better known as Destiny, has officially joined Cozy.tv.
We were joking like forever about our friend Joe getting on Cozy TV and stealing all the groypers away from Nick Fuentes because he'd be better at rhetoric than Nick Fuentes could ever be. I'm kind of surprised though, but kind of not because he got banned from Twitch. But I don't know. Destiny's pretty leftist, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. He might get back on Twitch before long. Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows what happens over there? Joe was gonna go over there and just be the best Nazi he could be.
Yeah,
that's all he was gonna do.
I don't understand these games. Like, so is he in danger of like other white people coming along and false flagging and attempting to come to his house?
He'll probably have to eat more mayonnaise. Other than that, I'm not sure what the cozy conditions are.
Because I'm noticing this in these stories, like all this drama I've never heard about before.
Yeah.
And people develop real hate for people over this shit, right?
You got real hate in your community.
I don't.
You gotta have some hatred out there.
No, I laugh at all of the shit. I think it's all dumb. Look, in the words of Dave Chappelle, this is YouTube. YouTube is not a real place.
Is it like Destiny? Like recently, he's been because he was banned from Twitch for being against trans people in like men's sports, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the kerfuffle or cuffles, whatever. Like, so now he's moving to Cozy to like make a point, or I don't understand because he has YouTube, right? He's still big on
he
YouTube.
has YouTube, and it's weird that he's going on Cozy. I think he can do whatever he wants. I'm actually a fan of Destiny. It is weird that he's going on Cozy though, because Nick Fuente. Maybe he hopes he can. Because Nick actually says the opposite of what I hope Destiny wants to do, where he's like, I hope he brings a lot of liberals here that we can radicalize. So
yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Like, if you're doing this shit for your political bullshit,
this is all
dumb.
political
Get the
bullshit.
fuck out of my face.
Yeah, but maybe Destiny thinks he can go and change minds his way going in there. I don't know.
But, like, here's my shit. I'm not about changing people's minds. I'm always about me believing what I believe and us having a conversation as people. Your mind doesn't have to change, but we have to at least talk. Believe what you believe.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck.
Is that why Nick Fuentes blocked me when I brought up Catboy?
Yeah, like
that's a touchy subject. He's got a broken heart.
He's a piece of shit.
Well,
like I think
Nick
the way this
Fuentes
should
is
work
fucking
is
simp
we can
ass
be left or
bitch
right,
ass,
and we can talk to each other.
Nick Fuentes is bitch ass Groiper fans. They search the internet for anyone talking bad about him because we'll get him here all the time. Anytime he's in the thumbnail or the
Hey,
and
Groipers. Grippers, if you're here, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't say anything nice about me in the comments anymore.
And they'll
Fuck
always
you.
be like, debate Nick, debate Nick. We tried to get Nick on here so many times, and he was always like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll go on there, but I won't. We even have, we've tried to get him on here with Vosh a couple times, and he won't do it.
Yeah.
So
may I ask what? So I have my own reasons why I don't like Nick, but what started? Is it just like the politics, the right wing politics that piss you off, or the extremism, or what's the specific?
I'll let you give your reason because they might even be different. Like for me, Nick Fuentes is I don't dislike right wing politics in general. I dislike the anti-Semitism and that kind of shit. I'm not really a big fan of that. And also, he's a fucking weenie. He's no one to follow. We'll let Billy do next, and then Monty, if you want to say something. But
okay. Yeah,
he's him and his incel followers and shit. They're just ridiculously stupid and annoying, and most of them have no real lives outside the internet. They are total peons of this loser here. Go ahead, Billy. What do you want to say?
He's just a twerp, and I would like to actually become his big brother, his mentor, teach him how to man up and walk like a fucking giant instead of a little man in a fucking communion jacket. He says shit that is easy to turn into a laugh. That's why I like Nick Fuentes.
Oh, that's why you like him.
Yes, because he's a fucking hot take machine. I could just dump on it for hours.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, and I listen. I partially agree with Ben and Billy. I do like him for those same reasons. Like he's fun to have to make fun of. I'm very pissed that he doesn't have the porn stash anymore. Nick, where'd the porn stash go?
It takes him 6 months to grow it.
Yeah.
He's at pedo stash right now.
Then why shave it off, Nick? Keep the porn stash alive. But this fucker goes against everything I talk about all the time. Like, I have my views. I lean where I lean. My problem is always in conversation. We don't talk. Yes, all right, we're a two-party fucking government. But can we at least not disown people because they pick a side? Let's stop doing that.
Mean, there's a certain side you go to where it's far enough. You know what's funny about this is I remember years ago Nick Fuentes debating Destiny, and Destiny was bringing up logical points, and Nick was all like, okay, pedophile, okay, you fucking pedophile. And it's well, now he's on, you called him a pedophile, and now he's on your exclusive network. So obviously that's just a fucking word you throw around willy-nilly because you don't even give a shit about what it actually means.
I mean, Destiny's probably not on there exclusively, right?
But that's also
they don't get on there without him letting them on.
Yeah, he's probably going to go on there. He's going to make some content and then turn it into clips for
his
YouTube.
network is exclusive in the meaning
and Destiny's probably just going to use Cozy TV to make YouTube clickbait content. He'll get all these hot takes from these fucking idiots, put it up in 20-minute, 30-minute clips on the YouTube, and make tons of views off of it.
Should I play the Kai Clips getting swatted video?
Kai Clips?
Yeah.
All right,
he was swatted the other day. Well, real fast, you know what? What pisses, because I would say I'm a bit more right-leaning than you guys. So I'm not even a big fan of politics.
It's funny because you're Canadian, which I think if you say you're right-wing, I would think you're still left of me.
No, for sure. But what pisses me off is, so he has young dudes, very young guys, fucking 15 and shit. And he's telling them, don't have a girlfriend, hate women, don't try to build your life up. Women are icky, they're gross, don't have sex, don't work out. Basically teaching everything to make a man weaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have these young dudes who look up to him who are like, yeah, you're right. Fuck women. And then people's names are being doxed and shit, and it ruins their lives. He should know what you're doing is causing young men to possibly not have a future, right? Because association with you know what I mean?
And then older men like Beardson. It's so funny Beardson simps for Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
That guy is ridiculously pathetic.
Well, the entire thing Nick's doing is he's like trying to make his base the incel base.
Almost, no, I think it's kind of shifting it to being like the gay hard right eventually. Like, I almost kind of feel like he's shifting it that way, but slowly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, women are icky.
Women are icky, and that's why I like him.
He said having sex with women is more gay than having sex with no one.
Oh, that's fuck him.
Yes,
No.
yes.
And all his little generals in his cozy crew, they all got like weird off-color wives that for all the white pushing they do. I'm gonna say white powder.
Might be kind of a weird way of putting
White
it.
powder.
That's what I'm
White
saying.
powder.
Though they're all on
White
this
powder.
white. They're on this
powder.
white is right
White
movement, and they got these girls are icky. White is right movement that Nick says, and all these guys they're shacking up with women that are like of color, and they're different. And it's like your message, Nick's message, is so much different than all his people around him. It's like who are you really talking to?
It's scattershot. It's all scattershot thoughts between all of them, you know? They have like arguments within their own movement and you don't even know what really, like there's no defined what is like part of this movement. Like, okay, we do this. It's always changing. And then Beardson, I don't know if you saw Ben, that when he got like super blasted and he's like, actually, I want to come inside of chick. And then everyone, his whole chat was like, what the fuck is this about? And they're all freaking out on him and he was just drunk. So like, it's like, wait. And he's the guard dog of America First.
Which is funny because he's like 5'3". Did you see the video where he drank from his piss cup accidentally?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, do you remember that
Stop
when
it.
we played
Yeah.
that? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find it really quick.
I've drinking from some pretty gross cups before, but I'm that guy, you know. I'm not trying to claim I'm actually I am trying to claim I'm the alpha male. Everybody should be like me, but I mean, I'll drink some piss, I'll drink some puke. I don't care. I live my goddamn life. I'll walk it off. That's what a man does.
Here it is.
Yeah, man. I got, you know, I don't work for America First. Nick doesn't pay me. He's just my friend, and I support him, and I support America First. You know, I'm affiliated with America First, I guess. You know, because I'm a public supporter, but I do my own thing. You know.
Here it is.
Oh, God.
Wait, was that his piss cup or was it just the one?
He didn't say it was a piss cup, right?
Yeah, I don't know what
it was from the night before.
I don't know what it is.
But like even if it was from Chick-fil-A the night before, you don't react that way unless you got either like piss or cigarette butts. You got something extra in there.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like, oh, that's just flat. But by the way, did you see? He's ordered from Chick-fil-A and 3 times in a row. He orders the spicy chicken sandwich. He opens the bag and they leave the bread out, so it's just the chicken 3 times. They always do this. I'm like, they know who you are. Holy shit, that's so funny.
No.
Here's another America First cozy TV guy, Kai Clips. Who, by the way, Nick's mom has a crush on.
Yeah, she thinks Kai Clips is just the cutest.
Did you ever hear when Nick's mom called in? That's so weird. Oh my God, it's so weird. Here's
maybe be interesting.
So, Destiny, some VTuber, Kai Clips, a person I don't know, Mr. Girl, and what's her name? Stardust.
Oh, no. Or are you suggesting alternatively, if people think it's interesting that you might be
watch upper right
pedophile, that I should talk about that forever?
Oh, yep.
Look, this guy's got
he's got the light in his face, huh?
Yep. A real doll in his closet. He doesn't need this compliment.
True.
Do you guys want to see the doll or what?
Can you bring it out? Actually, can we see it?
No one has any idea.
Yeah, none of them.
I'll show you the doll right now.
Really?
My hands are up.
I think so on YouTube. I think you.
I'm opening the door. Oh my god! And by the way, that's terrible. Like to do to somebody.
Yeah,
So-
doxing is or not swatting.
Both of them are bad, but
Yeah.
swatting is worse.
The doxing,
Yeah,
swatting.
it
There's like a
sucks.
whole list of deadly sins that you should never wish upon anybody.
Since we're on the subject, maybe you can clear this up. So Ian Miles Chong swatted you, right?
Yeah.
And
He
was
said,
that
he said I had illegal guns and mountains of coke. I probably had a little bit, to be honest with you. But no, he said I had mountains of coke and illegal firearms, and that I was like willing to shoot and dangerous. And I was swatted because me and him had split up or whatever, and he stole that hype break channel.
Yeah, he stole your channel.
So the police came and I let them search the whole house and shit. I didn't care. They were very nice. They're very kind, you know. I was sleeping and they scared the fuck out of me when they were knocking because it was like really loud. But yeah, so he swatted me.
So
and
Jarbo's
then-
in the chat. Jarbo's in the chat saying, "Really, they were swatted."
He's asking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were swatted. But yeah, then the voice clips of him telling some girl to act cool. He's like, yeah, I called the police and I said they had illegal firearms and coke and all this stuff and he's crazy. And,
Yep.
And it was like it was leaked out. I honestly don't care, but like for me, it's sort of like I don't want any association with Ian Miles Chung. People who like tweet me like that stuff, I'm like, just drop it. I'm like, I don't even want to hear about this anymore. Like it was annoying. But in Canada, it was a polite swatting. In America, they break your fucking door down. Like they're like, hey,
they don't
sir.
fuck around. They want to
Andy-
destroy everything.
Andy, can you tell me the origin of the dog got flashbanged thing? Because
Okay.
is that real?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
not. It was what was his name? It was Goose. What was his name? Something Goose. Wild Goose. Wild Goose said it as a joke,
Okay.
and then everyone ran with it. And there's still people to this day.
Yeah, now it's a fact. Now it's like an internet fact, which, by the way, all people watching all internet facts aren't necessarily true. It's like if you see people repeat it enough, that doesn't mean it's necessarily true. But I wondered, I don't like Ian Miles Chong at all, but I've always wondered, like, is that real? Because everyone says it. It's like, how do we know that really happened?
I always tell people that's not real. Like it was a joke that went way too far. It was just like a little bit too much, you know. There was no flashbang. There was no dog. I know. I'm sorry, people in your chat. They're like, I believed it until now. I'm sorry for the bearer of bad news, but I don't want to lie, right? So
Yeah, that's commendable though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. So hold on. What is? Oh no. Shit. What is this? So this is Baked Alaska's mods, and they're flagging your videos.
Yeah, so we do something similar to what you guys do here. We bash, America First. Usually, out of we sort of debunk them, but it's out of making fun, having fun shows or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that was actually caught. So we made a video. So Baked Alaska, he tried doing an RV trip, and then it ended up he made no money. The RV broke down, and he was eating cold beefaroni out of a can. We found it funny. Like the highlight was him eating beefaroni, and then this was leaked from their mod chat, where they want to. Okay, so have you ever heard of Culture War Criminal?
I'm not familiar.
CWC?
No.
So he was part of America First.
That's hilarious
And-
because CWC is Christian Weston Chandler.
Yeah. No, he was America First. He's the dude who dresses like out of LA Noir, you know.
Oh, I think
there was that. Yeah, there was that scene where Beardson and him were in a fight. You probably covered this, and they kicked him out of the movement, and they were doing really heinous things to him. So we had him on the show 2 weeks ago or so, and he basically revealed everything and what's going on, and sort of helped us break it apart. So that's what you're seeing there. Hey, everyone, in light of Casino and CWC's recent attacks on Nick and Cozy, as well as the wave of swatting. So they're accusing us of swatting. Swatting, if you do it, you're an idiot, and I disavow that. That's ridiculous. Show me the fucking evidence, or like fuck off. Seriously, I'm not gonna even like humor that accusation.
Yeah.
Report every episode of Kino Casino on YouTube for hate speech, and then someone leaked it to us. And now Baked Alaska, he was just kicked off of IP2
because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Andy earlier how we got kicked off IP2 because they were like, they have an agenda. They have a leftist agenda. That's why we got kicked off.
They just took us off the low list.
Yeah.
Well, people got mad because we were usually towards the top of the list, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
They're a little upset about that.
Well, we were towards the top of the list,
like,
and we weren't like full on MAGA people.
We were lefties.
Right.
It was. I would have kicked us off too. Honestly, like we don't need to be over there clouding up their MAGA rally. That's just fucked up.
Yeah. So he's trying to say. He was like, is a copy paste or copy pasta or so, I don't know, but they were trying to do that. Luckily, they tried flagging us a few weeks ago, but we were appealed within like 30 minutes or so. So it's not going to work, and now we have evidence to even show more for the appeal. So it's like pure scummy. I would never suggest anyone to flag anyone or SWAT. That's stupid. Make fun of us all you want. Say whatever the hell you want about us. You know what I mean? But that's just ridiculous. Yeah, and it's pathetic. Especially when you're talking about cancellations and free speech and this and that, and then you pull that shit. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. And yeah, everyone is hating him on it for it, as they should, in my opinion.
And yeah, this is great too, that this is his little mod group, and one of his mods was like, this is not right, and fucking sent you the
at least someone they let in,
right? Someone in there was like, nah, I can't even write with this.
And then
sucks when your own people don't fucking have your back with your dumb shit.
Where are these DMs, or is this like a chat?
Is this the same mod chat?
Telegram, I believe.
Okay, Telegram. All right.
Yeah. And then he talked to Chicken Andy yesterday, and they weren't mentioning our name. They were mentioning CWC, and he's like, yeah, who cares? CWC's an idiot. Who cares? It's like, I don't care how much you hate someone. Doing that is a pure scummy move, right? So it's pathetic, and it really is affecting him now, as it should, in my opinion. Yeah. It really is stupid. Like I don't like these dudes, but I wouldn't fuck with their shit. You don't fuck with someone's shit. That's like the one thing, and it makes you look like a coward and a pussy, right?
Yeah, I don't want anybody to stop making content. I want to be able to talk as much shit about their shit as I can. I don't want their channel down. Keep fucking spitting out videos of you getting slapped up in the streets or macing homeless people. Fucking. I want to see it all, you little garbage kids, and tell you like the only time you should get removed from YouTube is when someone removes you from being out in public acting like a fool because they knock you the fuck out and you got to take a day off like Ethan Ralph did in Portugal. Like get served. It happens every once in a while. It happens. Until then, I want to see all the dumb shit you do. I never flagged. I would though every once in a while. I would thumbs down a video.
Yeah.
I did like 3 times. I don't feel too strong about it, but 3 times I thumbs down something.
The only time Billy has ever banned anyone in the chat is when they posted movie spoilers.
Yeah.
That's literally the only time
It was the
ever.
weekend of. It was the weekend of like Endgame or something. I wasn't trying to have our audience get spoiled.
Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I lose my mind, dude.
Yeah,
Part 2?
I was like, no, you're not gonna come here and spoil Endgame. Bye bye. I don't want all my good fans that love the Marvel universe and pay all their money. They don't pay us to the Marvel universe. I don't want to piss them off. Like we got a rule here. You tip us, and whatever's left, you can go watch a Doctor Strange with. That's the rule at Drunken Peasants.
Everyone watching right now, please give the stream a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to send in some Streamlabs, we'll pick it up and read it. We should probably read what we got so far. We only got we got a couple super chats in a Streamlabs.
Did you turn the audio back on?
I did.
All right. We got
I think it's still set at 5. I'm gonna set it back to 20.
Yeah, Rat Lord Alcaraz says I'm fixing to holler. Sweet. That was said when Ethan Ralph's picture was on the screen. I don't know what that's about. Brian Finlay said, "Will Andy talk about you guys behind your back after the show again?" I think we're dealing with a different Andy
Oh my
Warski.
God.
I don't think Andy's been really cool.
I said one thing. I said I was like annoyed with something that happened. I was like uncomfortable or some shit.
Yeah.
I was being a little bitch though. I was being a little. bitch.
I saw that when you were on the Kumite with Paul Zigo and he came after you about that.
Oh, yeah. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't care if you did go talk shit after the show tonight. Really, I think that you're a different guy than you have been for a while. Like you seem to have grown a bit in the last couple of years on all levels, not just with us or you've elevating your game.
I have to apologize to one person in chat. I saw he was mad that I was talking too much in the beginning. I'm sorry, guys. me and Ben haven't talked in like 5 years. So I'm catching up. I promise I won't yap like that again. So sorry if I was talking your ear off, dude. I'm just excited to see you guys. That's it. And no. Seriously, like I really regret a lot of shit I did. I sent Billy and Ben, you could both attest to this. I sent you like long DMs going, I am so fucking sorry. Like I went like off and Billy was like, no, dude, it's good. Like you're like, no, bro, it's all right. No, I regret. And I'm gonna promote your show and you guys should hop on our show one time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be up for it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sick. Yeah, sure. We'll plan like an episode revolving around you, dudes. I think it'll be fun. Yeah.
And we'll get you and PvP on here sometime soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Crossover episode.
Ashton's the fucking king,
Dude,
isn't he? He's funny.
Andy, in the words of the great poet and philosopher Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I heard that a lot.
Yeah. We also got a dono here from Benjavolt asking if we plan to go see Mick Foley stand-up comedy in Tacoma.
Is that happening?
It's on April 26th. I think we might be doing a show that night.
I saw him. We should probably move shows around then. I saw his comedy show once in Ohio when I was living there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw him here in Bellevue when he was right up the road from where the old studio used to be. He's a lot of fun. They said you can tackle a heckler if they try to slap Mick, though he can probably handle a slapper 20.
Even though Mick is hurt by all of his years of wrestling, I wouldn't fuck with him. That's one hard dude you don't want to fuck with.
I loved him, man. When I was into I'm into wrestling. I read his book and everything, Mankind, all that stuff. When I was a kid, his whole Japanese
back.
Stay back.
Stay back.
We will defend ourselves. He fought in the extreme Japanese wrestling. That shit is so fun to watch. Yeah.
Him and Terry Funk would do a lot of them.
Stand up? Like he does stand up now. It's awesome.
kind of like stand up mixed with storytelling, but it's funny and it's good stuff.
Jake the Snake does the same shit. You remember Jake the Snake Roberts back in the day?
Yeah.
Jake,
of course.
Billy does a rap show and he opened for Jake the Snake Roberts when he came to Seattle, and I got to meet Jake the Snake.
That's sick,
we were all there before the show started, and I'd done some stuff with Jake before, and Jake comes up behind us. He's like,
he has that like voice like that. And by the way, like wrestlers back in the 80s and 90s are way bigger than wrestlers today. Jake the Snake is like 6'6".
He's probably 6'4".
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, he's like insanely big compared to like most people now.
Mankind's like 6'3". I remember I met him in like it was 1999. It was April 15th or 16th, I think, because there was a house show here in Seattle. I remember it very clearly. He was at a Hooters, and I skipped school to go get an autograph from him. And he was hella tall. His wife was there, and she's like a supermodel.
Build height?
6'5". That's probably about right. He's probably shrunk an inch or so because of how old he is. But 6'5". He's around there. But
I met Kane. It was the opening of a Blockbuster near my old place when I was a kid
in Ontario.
Yeah, it was a song. It was a song. he was so intimidating to me. I was
He's
like,
a
hey,
politician now.
No way.
Yeah,
What?
he's actually a conservative politician.
He's libertarian, right?
No, well, he's more full on Republican now. He really which is, dude, check this irony. Kane was against mask mandates.
No. Kane can't be.
He was.
Hilarious.
I actually met Kane at an autograph signing at a Kmart with Scott, who we have on the show a lot. Scott Henson from Canada.
Yeah, he's our West Coast. Like we have a lot of West Coast because we're so close to Canada. We're like a 2-hour drive away from the border.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we got our friends that live in Canada can come down here a lot now.
I have that Kane was one of the guys I've seen at autograph. I haven't been to like many autograph signings. Like you said, you saw Kane. It was like Kane, and then one time I think I went to an autograph signing. It was the same weekend as the Mick Foley one. It was Jeff Jarrett and Deborah. Those are the only ones I've been to for autograph signings. So I'm not like some super fan that just goes.
I showed up
all these
at some like.
I went to a signing where he did the kids book.
Yeah.
Zoe, do you still have that kids book? Because we got it for you. Me and your mom went to that signing. Mick Foley kids book.
She sold it.
I went to R. Kelly's kids book signing.
Working her shoulder. She doesn't fucking know. We went to see Mick fucking Foley, Zoe. God damn it.
Was that Kane? Why is he wearing a suit?
Yeah, dude, that was so fucking legendary.
You guys watched WrestleMania? Were you guys into that? Like, you watch it, or
I watched
are
it
you
this
sort of
year.
not into it?
Normally I watch it for the nostalgia now because they'll bring back some old guys to come back, and I watched it this year because they brought back Stone Cold.
Oh
You know?
yeah, that's epic. I loved Stone Cold. He was that was the number one.
He had
I mean,
wrestled
sure
for
everyone.
19 years, and they brought him back to fight a French Canadian guy, Kevin Owens.
Yeah. I watched him on Hot Ones, the one where they eat the spicy chicken.
God damn it, it's a hot wing.
That was a great interview. I'm like, yo, this guy's king. He does hot sauces now or something? Or
does he?
He does beer. He does beer.
Beer, yeah.
Yeah, the Broken Skull. But you can't buy it unless you go down to where they actually make it. You know, they don't have nationwide. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I would love that. He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I didn't watch WrestleMania. I watched clips on Twitter because it was actually looked pretty fun. And
Jake
there was a lot of good stuff.
Logan Paul is a good wrestler, actually.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul was
had a good
very
match.
impressive as a wrestler.
Okay.
You know who else was good? Johnny Knoxville.
He's a stunt guy,
I
right?
that.
And I would think that's.
They had an old hardcore style match, him and Sami Zayn.
If someone was like, who would be a better pro wrestler, a stunt guy or a shitty boxer? I would be like a shitty boxer / YouTube star. I would be like probably the stunt guy. Andy, didn't you interview one of Jake Paul's ex-girlfriends back in the day or something?
No, we did a breakdown. Remember that girl who accused him of I guess rape or coercing or was coercing. But then the story ended up that she just had sex with him because the text messages of her texting him after that happened, hey, heart emoji and stuff. But he just ghosted her, and then she accused him, and then that all fell through, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Jake though? Everyone always shits on his fighting. Do you guys think it's fixed or?
It might be.
I think the Logan Paul. Well, I think Floyd Mayweather fights guys that he knows he can beat even at 50 years old because he knows most people aren't in his league even when they're 20 years younger than him. So I think they're fixed in the sense where, even with Conor McGregor, a skilled fighter, he's not a skilled boxer. So I think Floyd Mayweather let those go because he was not only the fighter, but the promoter too. And he wanted to give the people a show. So I think it's fixed in the sense where Floyd Mayweather decided when the fight ended.
with Logan and Floyd, because I think there was one point even
With
where
Conor
where it
McGregor,
looked like Floyd was holding up Logan Paul in the box.
Yeah, and
with Jake Paul, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a fix, but like the way they book
I don't know
him,
about him.
The way they book him, they know that he's going to have natural advantages over these guys. So like when he knocked out the basketball player, I don't know why I can't remember his name. Was it Nate Robinson? He's a Seattle guy.
That guy got weight.
Yeah,
that guy had no business.
He was
being
an
in
athlete,
there.
but he wasn't a fighter at all.
Yeah.
And then they get Ben Askren in. Ben Askren's a fighter, but he's not a boxer. And he's
a grappler.
Yeah, his ground game is like where he's
a wrestler.
his strength. So his striking was down. So like just the way they set it up was Jake Paul was probably always going to win anyways.
Okay.
I don't know if it had
you're
to be
saying-
fixed.
So not like fixed in a way where it's like, okay, you're gonna fall in, round 3. It's like, nah, he'll win this.
Stacking the cards.
The last one, he was like the guy, the last guy. What was his name? Askren.
When Ben Askren was 2 before, I think was it Tyrone Woodley that was the last 2 fights because
that guy had the best
Tyson
chance
Fury's
of beating
brother got injured and couldn't do it.
Tyson Fury's brother probably would have wasted his ass.
We don't know.
I think I probably would have.
Because a few of them walked away like smiling. So everyone's like, why would you smile after you lost? And I'm just thinking, when they throw you $5 million.
Exactly.
You're gonna smile.
They know what they're doing, right? Their careers are on the other end, and they're getting one of the bigger payouts they're ever going to see at this point, right? Like they know they're on their way out. They're securing a bag. They're happy. They probably don't think they're going to beat Jake Paul. It's like an Any Given Sunday type of thing where they got the chance to, but they know that they're winning regardless because they're getting paid out. Like you beat Jake Paul, maybe you get a little resurgence in your career, but these guys are at the end of their careers anyways.
Yeah, like
so it's not going to be like a big make it or break it situation for any of these guys.
People started to understand how valuable the loser purse is in a big fight, and that was because Conor McGregor got the big, like dollar value wise, got the biggest payoff in the history ever to lose a pro fight.
Yeah,
it was like $22 million.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
it was the boxing match, right?
Against Mayweather, yeah, and Mayweather could have won at the beginning of round 1.
Yo, I was dating an Irish girl at the time, and her whole family was there. They were about to burn the house down when he lost. Dude,
he never stood a chance in boxing.
Yeah.
In an MMA fight, he would have crushed Floyd Mayweather, but in a boxing match, never in a million years.
The Irish people are behind that guy 100%.
Oh, I know.
100%.
Pride is very strong.
I saw the one fight he had where they had Sinead O'Connor come out and sing some like his entrance song, and I'm like, oh my god, it was in Ireland. It was like
I like how much Conor McGregor like wants to be like a WWE adjacent guy. Whenever
He'll
something,
be in it eventually.
Whenever something happens, he comments on it, and the guys are just like, "Shut up!" Like, because
he would wreck their asses
in an MMA fight.
Yes,
but they're wrestlers.
Or a street fight.
They're wrestlers. Like, why would they care about a real fight?
Here's the thing, though. Like recently, he threw a kick and broke his own leg throwing the kick. So he lost. Yeah, Conor McGregor's last UFC match, he threw a kick so hard he broke his own leg on the other guy's leg. And then he was on the ground. He's like, "Your wife is in my DMs," or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I will only throw a kick into padding like they're balls.
Let's do the Ethan Klein thing that you sent me.
Ethan
Klein's getting attacked.
He's getting canceled by the LGBTQ community.
Andy, so like Billy is a Keemstar guy, so I don't think he likes Ethan.
What do you mean a Keemstar guy?
He's your buddy.
He's my friend.
You went to his birthday party in Vegas last month.
He's my friend.
Oh, sick.
He's my friend.
And dude, Leafy hit a guy with his car, and that's like a whole different crazy fucking story.
He backed into a security guard at I think it was the Venetian or something. And
Mandalay Bay.
It wasn't Mandalay Bay.
No, it was the place where the shooting happened. Mandalay Bay.
It wasn't there. No,
isn't that what Joe?
I think it was the No, it was the Venetian. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And they were checking trunks, and he was like, "What? Why you gotta check my trunk?" He's like, "We weren't even supposed to be there." He turned in the wrong damn zone, And he's like, I'm just gonna leave if that's okay. The guy's like, no, park your car and open your trunk. And then Leafy like puts the car in reverse. I see the reverse cam, and then he just backs into the security guard. The security guard goes down, and I'm like, oh fuck, like we gotta like try and smooth this over. Leafy instead decides to drive away. And we're like, no, dude, stop. He got like 30 feet away, and we're like, stop. Me and his brother were like, no, stop, dude. If you don't stop right now, it's gonna be very bad. He stops. The one security guard like was picking himself up off the ground, walks over, is like, I need to look in your trunk. What the hell's going on? And then we're like, okay, open your trunk. And then another security guard comes over and really wants to start shit about it. He's like, no, fuck that. This guy hit you. And the guy's like, dude, let's just get them out of the way. I just want to look in the trunk. He was really cool about it. He didn't want, like, he was like 60 or something. He didn't want to ruin somebody's life that night. He was like, let's just get them the hell out of here. I just want to check that trunk.
Could have
sure
ruined
no
his
guns.
life that night, though.
Could have.
What was in the trunk?
Nothing at all. Yeah. I went back there. I was like, I got to look in this trunk when he looks now because I got to know what the hell we're protecting. It was nothing.
Oh my god, that's annoying. Yeah, I would say I'm more of a Keem dude, but I don't really follow their drama too closely. But I did see H3 talking about killing.
That was a great clip. Yeah, he's like because he was against the Will Smith slap, and he was everybody was like, dude, shit take, like it was just a slap, and then like they were trolling him for being anti-violence, I guess, and he's sitting in his house, Hila's behind him with their newborn baby, and he's just like, you think I'm against violence? I stay up at night and I think of the combination for my gun case and how long it would take me to take the lock off, take the gun, load the gun, and shoot an intruder if they come into my house. He's just like,
with all 7 bullets.
Yeah.
All 7 shells.
Yeah.
I'm against the slap, but I'm not thinking that way.
He's well, here right now, the LGBTQ plus community is coming after Ethan Klein because he was, I guess, on a call with somebody on his podcast, and he was talking in ways that they felt was maybe homophobic, and he was not very kind to the calls he was taking. So there's some clips here, but
you guys make the determination. Here it is.
He has some anal leaking. Now, we were saying, well, if he's getting blasted in the ass hard enough, potentially, you may need to wear a diaper. And a lot of you will say, like, okay, we've had a debate, like, I don't think vaginas increase in size from sex, but assholes actually do. If you have a lot of anal sex, you can actually blast open your anus.
Assholes can take more than a vagina can, just for the record.
Can they? Can they?
Yes. Assholes are way deeper than a vagina is.
Did you talk to T-Bob about this?
I'm saying, vaginas have a certain depth wall of an asshole. You can take a broomstick up there if you're not careful.
Can result in
I know a lot about vaginas.
Jeffrey Dahmer couldn't take it.
Oh,
blasted open asshole. Maybe he's just got railed real hard the night before. He's a power bottom.
No, that's
an option. Power bottom.
So wouldn't that mean that the diapers aren't for him, though?
No, if he's on the bottom, he's getting railed. That he's an enthusiastic receiver. Oh my god!
So he's gay.
A power bottom is a guy who likes to wildly ride the peg of another dude. Jesus. Power bottom is a guy who likes to wildly ride the peg of another dude while he jacks you off until both have bonergasms.
I like how he has to look this up. Like,
is this Urban Dictionary bonergasm?
A bonergasm. He's doing his podcast. He wants to be factually correct, so he's like, "Well, let me go to Urban Dictionary."
Yeah. Get down to the power bottom of things here on the Issue Podcast. I love you guys so much, but y'all really need some LGBT.
Yeah, here they come. This is where his audience was like, "You're not being sensitive to LGBTQ with these comments." And one thing
not everyone deserves 24/7 sensitivity.
Well, this is the thing, though. Ethan Klein, he's always been like the cancel guy. He's been quick to call people out for things. So this is the pendulum kind of swinging back on him now. He's getting called out, and he can't take the L the way these power bottoms can take the D. So he's really falling apart.
QT.
Why?
Shut up.
What did I say wrong?
Shut up.
Colin, if you have a problem with my character...
You got it right. I mean, you literally...
I think his co's like, shut up.
Well, because he's got a ton of yes men that work for him.
I mean... I kind of am like, why are they watching? Like,
why are the
got
people
her right.
watching?
Power bottom one.
Yeah. Shut up. You don't know anything about her sexuality, anyways. The fuck do you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
How dare you
Assuming.
assume that none of us are?
How dare you assume that none of us are gay?
LGBTQ plus.
But this is the
How
part
dare
that
you
gets
assume
him.
that?
He gets on a call with like someone who is gay and like wants to have a conversation with him. They just challenge the audience to call in and have the conversation. I think this is where it starts to fall off the
This
rails.
is a mistake.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay, we have a call about the top bottom stereotype. Hey, Matt. So, Matt, what have I got wrong?
I know often you feel inclined
You feel inclined.
to describe someone where you think they might be a bottom. And I think that that's often a misconception, that like bottoms may be passive or the
Well, I just
the
mean that
more
he likes.
passive partner.
I just mean that he likes to take it up the butt.
But how can you know that about someone?
Well, that was just a
by-
theory about because he wears diapers. It's just a theory.
I remember back in the early days of DP, people would send me Vape Nation vids, and I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. This sucks.
I like H3. I like his content. I think it's funny enough. The podcast is, I put it on as background noise a lot. I listen to it in the background, but it's like this here right now, he's getting a lot of shit for it on Twitter for making these comments about these people, and I figure we should go over, because I probably said
It's
shit worse than
trash.
this on this
It's
show.
trash.
But I don't go around trying to cancel people over
I can't
comments.
believe you watch it.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I've tried listening to. I liked when he did his videos, like the proper ones where he would react. It was funny. He was one of the inspirations that I started doing react videos back in the 2015.
Yeah.
But like his new stuff, sort of like it seems like he's tired. Like he's just like doing it. He's going through the motions.
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because here he's a little bit like, it's a bit strange though, because he cultivated this audience of people who cancel and stuff. So, you know,
I will
like, that's
say,
what- yeah.
I have to give credit though. There was a point where a lot of channels got like shadow demonetized, where like they didn't demonetize the channels, but they gave every video the yellow $sign on it.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people complained to Ethan, and our channel was one of them. And a bunch of people complained to Ethan, and he got on the phone with Susan or whoever the fuck he knows, and within like 8 hours, our shit was back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because
yeah,
he did that, and he did the remember when he was being sued for the fair use thing, and then he made money in an account,
the FUPA account.
What it was, the FUPA account. Yeah. He used to be like seen as like the guy you went to, like the savior of all the smaller channels and stuff. But he really has lost his. He's not humble anymore. That's what it is, right?
Well, I know. I'm not going to mention their name, but I know someone that's a big YouTuber that I'm friends with that helped him out when his shit got all fucked up back in the day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there have been times. I think one that comes to mind was maybe Jordan Peterson, that you described as probably being someone that would be a bottom. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But like I've heard you at times maybe say like, oh, this is someone that might be a bottom. You can't always tell like who's the top, who's the bottom.
So do you find it offensive if I say by being like, oh, he's probably a bottom? Is that the problem? To make
absolutely,
it's offensive.
It's weird. He kind of believes like the Trumpster Bob thing, where like your butthole never recovers.
Well,
yeah, there's this guy we have on our show named Trumpster Bob, who's a fucking insane.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can definitely catch like a prolapsed anus or something. Like it is a lot more dangerous.
He like if you meet Trumpster Bob, he'll be like, "You're gay," and I'll tell you how I can tell you're gay. Let's get into a private call together, and we'll both show each other our buttholes, and then we can tell who's more gay. And I'm like, well, you're asking me to get into a private video call with you to show
my butthole,
butthole, so you're gay. And he's like, no, your butthole's blowed out.
Oh no!
Oh my god, he'll.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I have to check out one of the episodes with him.
Oh my god, it's craziness.
Already, you have to deal with certain assumptions about femininity and masculinity.
I mean, it is funny though. I don't know.
That
I think the problem is that the term power bottom is very funny to me. sometimes these alpha men give power bottom vibes.
I love the idea of a power bottom.
I think of them as the bottom person on the human pyramid. Have you ever seen one of those?
Because usually you do think of the bottom as the submissive part of the relationship because they're the catcher, right? You think of it submissively. The power bottom is over here just like backing it up, like come and get. That's funny. That is funny. But I think the complaint here is that he's like trying to out people as he just looks like a bottom, and I guess as a gay person it does kind of have a negative connotation if you're using it like someone's identity as a diss, I guess.
So Waylon Smithers, power bottom.
He's more of like a super simp, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's just a bottom, I think.
He's super simp. I think a power bottom is like, what do they call him in jail? When it's like they got the Bubba who going around butt fucking people, but they have like the bottom version of a Bubba. It has a name. It's like a Nancy or something, but it's not a Nancy. It's a name like that. But they just go around and like force people to fuck them in the ass.
You're gonna fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, that's a power bottom. That's a power bottom. Power bottom comes in like I'm gonna take this cactus up my ass, and you're like, what? Okay, let's go. But
well, I think So I agree with you, Ben. Yeah, like who cares? Like stop being sensitive. But at the same token, we know how sensitive these people can be. And what he's saying is, and Billy's like what you're saying, yes, it is offensive to call a straight guy a power bottom to imply that he's gay. More gay than a gay guy is, I guess, the idea there. I don't think you should cancel someone over it, but he knows who's watching, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because I don't give a fuck. Like, say whatever you want. Like, that's fine. Like, that's funny. But now he has to deal with these people, right?
He's got a lot of an audience that he's built off of trying to cancel other people and be like holier than thou type of thing.
He has done that.
If you want to walk the walk, you got to talk the talk. You can't play both sides.
I think maybe the joke is the dichotomy of like their persona of ultra masculinity, but then like the joke being that they're a power bottom.
I think the ascription of like throwing out that someone is just a bottom, like because it just ascribing certain roles to people. That's all I'm asking for is just be a little more conscious of it.
So would you consider yourself a top or a bottom, or you don't do that the labels?
And I mean this with all peace and love and with respect, Ethan. It's none of your business.
But you have a preference one way or the other?
This is kind of weird where he's like just trying to like...
It's none of his business, but he can still ask the question, and
they
have the right to say...
Is it offensive for him to ask a gay caller what his proclivity is when he came on the call to tell him...
Does he know what show he's on? I mean...
He's a fan of H3. The audience said what he's doing was insensitive minimum against LGBTQ.
Do they know what show they're watching?
Well, they thought he was an ally or whatever. This guy gets on the call to kind of like show him why what he said is offensive, and H3 turns it into, so, okay, well then tell me, do you take or do you give? Like that's kind of like not the point of the conversation they're supposed to be having, right?
Like it's like asking a trans person if they have a dick or not, right?
Yeah. It's like
that kind of thing.
What's going on here is the audience said you're being not friendly to LGBTQ. He's like, okay, if you're LGBTQ, get on the call and tell me why. The guy gets on, tells him why, and he responds with, so do you like to have your fudge packed, or do you like to fuck asses?
Hey, that's the kind of straightforwardness I admire in this world.
Another dangerous assumption too.
Can I guess?
No, that's straight back.
You tell me if it's right. If I guess right.
No.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it, Matt. But we all know which one you prefer.
This is just bullying. He's like, okay, I won't. If I guess, can I guess?
You like to get fucked in the butt,
then we
right?
know which one you prefer. You're a little pincushion, aren't you?
Gay guys from California.
This is fucked up. If a fan calls in and does this, I might say some shit like this to a fan, but I'm gonna let them know I'm just playing with them in the process. I'm not just gonna be like bully. But your opinion doesn't matter to me. I'll say some shit like this, but it will be playful. This is not playful. He's like, I don't care like what you're trying to explain. You like to get fucked in your ass, don't you? Like that's what he's doing.
I'm coming from.
To be honest, I don't really.
Okay,
to be on the
what do you
bottom
think
is
a
to
power
give.
bottom
It's
is?
to give. You know, it's a
He's
gracious
like, no,
thing
you're giving. I'm calling you a giver.
to give and to receive like that.
Power bottom is a bottom who is just the more active bottom.
Oh, okay, I see. So they'll
What do you
ride it.
think?
They can ride. A power bottom will ride it, where a regular bottom will
And they'll
just
be-
kind of lay there. So the power bottom is someone who rides enthusiastically. You don't need diapers or anything, right? But like
Power
if you
bottom is the dominant.
diapers or anything,
It's, it's like like a power bottom is like the dominant.
Does the poop just slide out your butt?
That's the whole reason why he's suggesting this person is a power bottom because they wear diapers. So he's thinking they get their ass blown out and have to wear diapers
it's
to
like
keep
a
the shit in.
fetish, right?
Yeah, the diapers in themselves are a part of the fetish. It doesn't matter whether you actually have anal leakage. But this is what brought on this whole conversation.
Yo, Ela is for sure watching, going, Ethan, stop it, Ethan.
She's had like the moment where he was talking about getting the gun out of the gun case, and she's behind him holding their baby, and she's like, "Oh fuck." She's like, "Why did I fuck this guy again?"
She didn't just fuck him. She married him and had his kid.
Yeah, but she's holding like a memory of having sex with him in her little hands. They're their new baby.
a regular receiver of anal sex, and I'm not saying you are. I don't know. But if you were,
He says, I'm not saying you are, I don't know, like it's a negative thing.
Well, but you did just accuse him of it
Does
like a couple minutes ago, a couple seconds ago.
does the poop pass like any differently from before? Or is it all normal functions? Like
He thinks this guy's got one of those Play-Doh star attachments that
It's
shoots
the Fun
star.
Factory, the
yeah,
Play-Doh
he's like,
Fun
is your
Factory.
asshole a fun factory?
Yeah, it's a Play-Doh
You gonna
Fun
have a little
Factory.
star squeeze come out?
Little different. If you're on the bottom,
really
it doesn't
know.
mean you're like a beta. You could be alpha and also still be on the bottom.
You could be the dominant and also be
Especially if
fucking
you're
your
a
ass
power
while
bottom.
being the
But if you
dominant. It's the
got-
dominant
but, like,
energy.
theoretically, Jordan Peterson.
His
If
guy
you,
behind the scenes, even he's like, can
Yeah.
we stop? Because he's reading the chat. And
Yep.
he's like, what do I have to, like, come on.
Yeah.
Now he's going to bring up Jordan Peterson, too.
was a power bottom, he could still be alpha because he rides it with gusto.
He'd
and
ride it
grace.
in a vengeful way. So yes, I think that'd be alpha. Yeah.
People are saying I'm Bruno
In a
of the
vengeful
gay
way.
community. I think we need an alpha bottom. I think we need more distinctions. We need alpha bottom and beta bottoms. More distinctions. So who is gay?
Doesn't that make you gay?
Does it make you gay?
I got
Apologies to whatever his name was. Apparently, I was homophobic to him.
This is a big energy apology right here. He's like,
whatever,
apparently, looking at his phone, like, what do I got to
People
do
say
after
it
this?
was gross
He's
and
probably ordering
disappointing.
Uber Eats right now.
People say it was gross and disappointing.
People saying it was gross, but I mean, honestly, I got a fucking Uber driver dropping off some calzones right now. So
Saying you can guess if Matt is a power bottom by his voice is so gross. But I was right. That was the point.
But I was right.
Wasn't I?
How do you know?
He admitted.
Yeah, of course you were right. And
Was he right? I never heard the guy
No, he
admit it.
didn't
He was
admit
like,
it.
"This is actually fucked
If they
up."
would have admitted it, it would have been in the video.
I would hope. I would hope. But
Because this is a video making him look bad. If-
I do like. He's like, but he admit I was right, so it's okay. I was right, right?
honestly, just so over these fucking people. Shut the fuck up. Shut
Please, you make my job so
This is a
hard when you
fucking
call out
entertaining
my
show.
boss.
Shut the fuck up.
Someone says, I don't know what's
so disappointing.
Someone said, I
Grow
don't-
up. Jesus fucking
Dan,
Christ.
Dan.
I don't know what's up with Ethan today, but something's off. Bad vibes this episode.
Shut the fuck up. Unsubscribe. Go away. Jesus Christ.
Someone said, it sometimes feels like Ethan thinks LGBTQ plus people are exotic or something. It's super uncomfy.
He's starting to get like, yeah,
He's in the
like,
zone now.
He's like, oh shit. I'm in trouble.
I think it's hard for a straight
piling up.
person to understand how it feels to always have people define you by how you prefer sex. Is that a valid criticism?
Yeah.
No, I'm so fucking frustrated with these people.
So wait,
Shut the
what was
fuck
I?
up.
Where did I even? Do you think some of y'all are way too fucking sensitive for the show? To be totally honest.
To be totally
like people
honest,
in this thread who
I
are
don't know
saying
why
they're
sensitive
grossed
people
out
would
and
watch such
whatever.
a sensitive
I think
person.
You really, I think this with peace and love, you might be too sensitive to watch this show. If you're watching this show and you're perpetually offended by things I'm saying, you may want to just stop watching.
That's why they're watching, though.
Yeah, that's why I love watching it.
Here's
oh no!
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Ethan Klein, to my LGBTQ plus fans, I'm sorry for comments on today's show. The sexualization of a gay man in the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller, too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well. So this is like the apology that started, like, once this hit Twitter, the people outside of his little viewership started like really jumping on it because they're like, oh,
this tries that effect.
Yeah, we have an H3 apology. Let's figure out why. And then everybody was dogpiling on.
Well, I don't care about those kinds of jokes, but I agree with you. It's like clearly, like if you're an edgy show, whatever, but clearly, like he was being like a little bit crazy there, which I don't care. But again, he cultivated that kind of audience.
Yeah,
he doesn't, because he normally doesn't say shit like that. Right?
No, he says stuff that puts his foot in his mouth every so often, and he apologizes and he moves forward. And it seems like the putting your foot in your mouth thing is more of Ethan Klein than he would want to admit. Like he has a lot of room to grow still because he continually says some really like backward shit fairly often. But he usually comes through with it. His fans are pretty dedicated. There's the next clip, the next little tweet that I sent Ben that I want to have Ben switch over to, because this is Jordan Peterson a couple months ago had said this and kind of sums up the situation here. Like, you got the Jordan Peterson ones I sent?
Yeah.
So he said, you will be held to a higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Please take this warning seriously. I liked you. This was him to Ethan January 15th, earlier this year. So it was like 3-4 months ago. And then now he says, also, I should warn you that those who engage in cancel culture generally live to regret it. I'm not going to come after you except politely in this Twitter stream, but the chickens will definitely come home to roost. So he's saying this stuff. He's like, look, like this is back when Ethan went back and took the Jordan Peterson videos off of his site and told everybody it was because Jordan Peterson is like a Nazi, you know? He's like, oh, he's a Nazi.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He took the videos off, and really he took the videos off because he started doing a podcast with Hassan Piker, and all Hassan's fans were looking at his back content. And when he did the Jordan Peterson podcast, he was not the Hassan Piker levels of sensitive he needs to be. So he took down a ton of videos that made him look like an asshole, knowing now that the Hassan Piker fans were coming to become his new fans through their podcast together. And it's just like he called out Jordan Peterson, said, you know, Jordan, I took them down because you're like a Nazi adjacent. And Jordan Peterson made this comment like, look, you know, you want to pander to the cancel culture mob, you're gonna live to regret it. And right now, get a little piece of that. And he wants to play it. Yeah.
Well, he deserves it too. Like I saw that shit he said a few months ago when Keem was like I don't know if he's still dating that like 20-year-old or 21-year-old. He's like calling him like a pedophile and shit. Like, oh, you're a pedophile. Like, you can't just say that shit. Like, he deserves like all the shit he gets is karma. You know what I mean? It's all karma from everything he's done.
It is karma. It was funny because he was talking down on Keemstar for dating a 20-year-old, but when Boogie was on and was talking about dating a 20-year-old, he was like, "Oh, get it, good for you, good for you."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like he has these flip-flop takes, and depending on whether or not he likes you, is whether or not you're a bad person, and I think that's really shitty, right? Like, I like bad people, so I'm not going to call out bad people just because they're bad people. I'll call them out because, I don't know, they're funny, right? I really don't give a shit if you're a Nazi or not. If you're funny, I'll make fun of you. If you're actually a Nazi, I think you probably got you're not gonna be very successful in today's world. I think you're not. I don't think you're on the winning team. We'll see about that though. But it's like it's just like I'm not out here trying to cancel people. I really don't give a fuck. I will joke about things. That's me. But when you're trying to make everybody, if you hate somebody and you immediately want to call them a Nazi because that you dislike them, like Hassan Piker's doing the same stuff to people.
Hassan Piker's.
He's like this guy. Like someone will question him for something he does. He's like, oh, that guy's just a Nazi. Don't look into him.
He also gives Destiny no credit for making him who he is when Destiny is like almost completely responsible for who Hassan is at this point. Not even his uncle. Like, it's weird how Destiny made Hassan, not his uncle Jank. You know, it's weird.
Well, they weren't doing too good. The TYT channel wasn't doing too good.
They weren't
around
doing
that
too
time.
much with him either.
Well, yeah, not with him, but like it's like once Hassan started to pick up, that's when TYT started to pick up on like social media. Like I remember I'd go on their streams on Twitch and they'd be like pretty low numbers.
I found an old video when no one gave a shit about Hassan and he covered the DP Milo Yiannopoulos thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a beef with him, with Hassan, before. Like he had like no viewers basically in 2015 or 2014. That guy blew up. I don't know much about him. I did watch the a Willie Mack show made a video on Hassan, and I was like, whoa, no wonder everyone talks about Hassan. Like he's and the whole like, you know, like being socialist and being against capitalism, and then buying like a Porsche and like a $5 million house or whatever, and eat the rich and shit. Like, shut up. It's honestly, man, that's why when I see people with like these heavy political takes, you always have to look deeper. You always have to look deeper. Are they pandering? You know, are they pandering? Because you guys seem more on the left, but you're also agreeing with things on the right. Like you're not pandering. You're going, this makes sense. This doesn't make sense. Because a full-on hardcore leftist would be like, no, he shouldn't be making fun of gay people. Well, it's a fucking joke. Who cares, right? Right. That's like, and I take my politics like a buffet. I pick and choose what I like.
That's a problem we've had, like, because we live in a time where being moderate is unacceptable to many people, and we are moderate on certain issues. So.
Well, I'm not going to pick a side because there's only two fucking sides. It doesn't make sense to pick a side in a world that's so opposite of black and white. There's nuance, and everyone will say, no, you're either shirts or you're skins. And if you're not shirts, then you're skins.
I wear chainmail. Andy, though, like when you go to vote, how many parties are on the ballot?
There's like 5, but only 2 are the ones that you vote for.
Conservative and liberal.
And then it's Green Party, and then NDP.
But some of them have like seats in your parliament and shit, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
I hate Trudeau though. I really, really hate Trudeau. He is the worst.
Trudeau
is so
just like the young guy, you know. So that's how he got in.
Well, the fear tactics that he's been using on the news and stuff, like just to scare. It's just like really depressing. He'll like try to like. You know, you won't own a house and you'll like it type shit. We have to mask up. Then he's caught fucking without a mask on. You know, you need this, or else like don't travel. And then you find out he traveled. Like he's just a hypocrite and he just saying what he thinks should be said. Or, you know, like he's anti, you know, this or that. And then he's in blackface, you know, all this shit. So,
I mean, that was like,
early 2000s.
No, was it early 2000s?
It wasn't that long ago, but
it wasn't that long ago.
Right here, just let me post this in the pleb chat. It says it's one side, in my opinion. Echoes of money, whether you like it or not. That's really what it is. Nobody's out here looking for you, whatever side you're on.
I felt like
they're just trying to use you for what they can get out of you and continue the reign of terror, which is why all our politicians are sons and daughters of politicians or whatnot. It's.
I felt like Melania Trump wanted to bang Trudeau though. I think it was like all these pictures where she's like looking at him like, all right. Like,
he stole so much money too. I don't know if you heard about that scandal, but that it's been proven. And when they were trying to like press him on it, he's like, I'm not going to answer that next question. I'm not going to answer. He stole millions and millions of dollars. Like he doesn't care. He does not care. It's like whatever. He has the people who write his scripts for him, and he reads them, but then he steals money. All this sketchy stuff.
And before him, it was Harper, right? Harper?
Yeah.
And he was conservative. So do you remember much of his administration? Because you were young.
At that point, no. I was just smoking weed every day, and I had no idea what was happening. I was skateboarding and smoking weed all the time.
I think it's crazy that there's no term limits as prime minister in Canada. So you could be like, if you keep getting elected for life, you could do like 50 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I actually voted for conservative. I was just like, it was like one of the first times I voted because I never used to like follow politics until 2014, 2015. And I voted, and then he won by a landslide. I'm like, there's no use. Like, I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Like, honestly, I've accepted it. I've accepted that he's the prime minister forever.
Are term limits that good? Like, are the term limits that good of a thing?
I think we should have them in Congress and the Senate too, which we
because we don't have them there. We have them as a president. What if we have a president who's really fucking good and we love him and we want him to be there for 50 years, but he's got to give it up to the next guy? Why does that make sense?
Where we are now, most people won't agree. They'll be split 50-50 if he's good or not.
Well, I'm just saying, like, theoretically, I don't ever expect any politician to ever be good. One day I'll get them all in a wrestling ring at WrestleMania 49 and do dick kicks till the end of the night.
You'll definitely beat up William Henry Harrison.
It'll happen.
You'll
want to resurrect Taft. Titty fuck him on Brazzers.
The fattest president ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Titty fucking Taft
He's
on
from
Brazzers.
Ohio, by the way. Taft, the fattest president in U.S. history. They had to build a bathtub big enough for 3 people to fit in.
He got stuck in the bathtub, right? Wasn't that something?
I don't know about that. Well, they had to build like an extra big bathtub for him because he was the fattest president ever. And then years later, when I was growing up in Ohio, his great-grandson was the governor. It was the first ever governor to be convicted of a felony while in office. Yeah, it was cute. Bob Taft was his name.
How about Biden? What do you guys think of Biden?
I think he squints so much when he's talking. I think he's a moron, geriatric old man that is too old to be president. And I'll admit I actually voted for him just because I thought a lot of the Trumpers were just cunts, and I hated them. So I even though in my state Biden would have won hands down anyway.
I don't think Biden was really anybody's first pick. He was just not Trump, so he won.
Right. Yep.
People just wanted not Trump so bad.
How about the whole they were trying to do like the stop the steal? Like, do you believe it was rigged? Do you think that?
I think the 2-party system is rigged, regardless of who
That's
votes.
what I think.
It's
because I was very into like a Trump for like the memes and shit. I thought it was funny. It felt like a WWE guy got into office, and it was funny to me. Like I never.
He is a WWE guy. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's a WWE Hall of Fame.
If you go and watch the first 10 WrestleManias, Donald Trump is there with Trump Jr. in the front row every one of them.
Yeah,
even the Mike Tyson fights from the 80s, he's in the front row for a lot of those too. But yeah, the first Trump election, I voted for Jill Stein instead. And then I voted for Biden this last time, but it was a drop in the water. Like, this state is blue no matter what happens. They legalized gay marriage here first, ahead of a lot of other states. They legalized weed here first.
Yeah.
So, which are both things I agree with, so...
Yeah. No, like the whole thing, like the whole Biden thing, I find it funny that he doesn't know what's happening half the time. Like there's all the clips of him doing stupid old shit is just hilarious to me.
The corn pop story is the best.
Corn pops.
Dude, he worked at a public swimming pool in an all-black neighborhood.
Oh yeah, and I felt they touched my legs. And
that was weird. And then he goes on this.
He's like, all the little black kids here at the swimming pool. Why don't you gather around me really quick?
Yeah, And then he
Well,
goes on this rant about
tell
how
us.
he had to like what threaten a black guy with a chain
with a rusty razor.
Yeah, a
blade.
rusty razor. He was a corn pop. He was a bad dude.
He hung
And
with
I
some
wasn't
real
gonna
bad
get out of
boys.
here. He was hung with some real bad boys, and I wasn't gonna get out of here unless I came out with. He made like a makeshift razor wire stick to beat the guy with. It was
Yeah.
a fucking weird statement to make, and it was when he was running for president. Like who gets to say this shit about going and threatening?
It's insane.
It's absolutely insane.
He has said the craziest shit.
I'm about
like,
to
I'm
tell
like,
you
whoa.
a crazy story, but first I want all the half-naked children to stand around me before I tell the story. Everyone gather around, boys and girls.
His weird like hugging and shit.
Yeah.
Like he's weird. He is creepy weird. And that's hard to like it's hard
Did you
it's
see the
hard to
one where
look at
he's
Biden.
walking? When he was walking on the helicopter and it was clearly CGI. Like the mic, like he was walking in front of the microphones that were in the foreground.
I didn't
like,
see
I've
that.
never seen that.
Dude, it's so good. We're like, oh
That's
my
weird.
god. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I did not see that one.
yeah, there's some deep fakes that you're like, I don't know. But he was sleepy that day, wasn't he?
He's just I don't know if he's gonna run again. He's so old. And my take for a while has been when you're the president, you can resign at any time as long as it's during your term. And when you do that, the vice president gets to be president. And I kind of feel like Biden on like the last few months of his presidency is going to be like Kamala Harris is now the president and she will run as the incumbent against whoever the Republicans come up with.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, I don't trust politics anymore, you know. It seemed a little bit more, you know, black and white back in the day, and the more you learn, the more you're like, what? Okay. And like you guys must be pissed at the gas prices down there. Holy shit.
Yeah, but your gas prices are way higher, right?
Oh yeah, here it's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
here it's fucking insane.
I'm not so much worried about the gas prices as I am the everything else prices that have been going up.
Oh, all the prices are up.
Like we're focused on gas. Like, oh, we have to fix this gas thing.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, rent is through the roof. Bread, everything is through the roof. Everything is expensive right now.
Yeah, honestly, like your infrastructure in Canada and like the big cities is way better than what we have in the States. I remember like when I was 19, 20, 21 years old, I'd go up to Toronto every summer. I'd spend like 3 months there every summer. I worked at a hostel up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first time being in a city where like the TTC in Toronto will get you like anywhere. You can get like way the fuck out of the city center from it.
Yeah,
and I'd never
and they're
been to a
extending
place.
it now. Like they're extending it. They're going from Toronto to Mississauga to Hamilton. So west, literally 3 cities now with the TTC, with the subway. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I remember just being able to take it to like almost get to the zoo. I would get like almost to the Toronto Zoo, and then I have to take a bus, like just that extra length out there. You know what? Actually, you can clear something up. The other night we were talking about Harvey's. Is Harvey's good?
It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's not great. My favorite's Wendy's. I love fucking
Okay.
Wendy's. Wendy's is great.
Because
You have
that's
that there, right?
an American burger
Yeah.
chain that actually started in Ohio, where I grew up.
Okay.
But there's a Harvey. Maybe it's not there anymore, but at Union Station, when I would take
there is. Yeah. Union has everything now.
I used
dude,
to-
it's crazier there now.
Is
It's
it now?
bigger, yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
And they have like every fast food place in there that's Canadian or has chains from America there. They've like made it like huge, and now all the mask mandates are gone. I don't wear a mask anywhere anymore. There are still about
It's the same
40% of
here.
people who still have masks. Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
nice.
Well, do you remember like prior to COVID, if you were walking around, you'd see Asian people wearing masks. That was a very common thing in their culture to like.
And umbrellas too.
If they were
right?
sick,
'Cause-
they'd wear masks.
And they wear they have umbrellas even in the sun, because apparently it's like they want to be as pale as possible. It shows more elegance to them. That's like part of their culture, but masks for sure.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dude, it's weird. Like at the mall, and you see people like having conversations, or families, right? 4 people, 2 have masks, 2 don't. or people like talking at like a table. One has a mask on, one doesn't. I saw some girl like being double masked, and between every sip of Tim Hortons, he's like, and then there's no one has masks around her. I'm like, what's the point? I don't get it.
It's true.
I like the masks just to hide my face from people. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't wear the masks much anymore. But if I just wanted to like not have to look people in the eye, I would throw it on. I have like a mask with a cat face on it, and sometimes I wear that at the grocery store just to scare women. For some reason, old women would see this tiger cat face mask and they jump every time they see it. It's great. I wear it just for that sometimes, but I'm glad I don't have to wear it.
The people of the Eaton Center want to shop.
They want to shop.
Why are you closed?
No, I'm so happy it's done. But the airport, obviously, all that you have to wear it the entire time. There was times where I would be like, just walk through here. No one's bothering me with the mask off a little bit because it's like it was so hard to breathe in that shit for like I had a 5-hour layover and shit. I was like, I wear this the whole time. But luckily, when you sit down at the airport, you don't have to wear a mask. Yeah. And then the moment you stand up, you have to have it on. So I'm like, okay. There's no rules. Like, I don't understand it. On the plane, you have to have it on, or else you'll be like arrested and shit.
Yeah, I think they're trying to lift that here soon. The airlines are done with it too. They're over it.
Oh, really?
It seems like they're pushing to have that lifted, but we'll see what happens. Remember when the people was it the Walmart people that they had the mask mandate and people started going in with KKK masks on? Didn't we watch that
really
on here?
happen?
Didn't we watch that on here?
I don't know. I don't remember
They
that.
were-
was that a dream you
I'm
had?
pretty sure we watched that on here like 2 years ago.
Oh.
There was like people in a Walmart wearing the KKK masks.
Was it the Whole Foods?
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I think there was the guy at a Whole Foods with like the pointed hood and everything. I'm like, whoa, hey!
I swear I remember that as like the early mask mandate standoff. You're like, what?
Oh my god!
No.
Yeah.
We have
'Cause
lost
it's like-
Monty, haven't we?
Yeah, he's gone.
Man down.
His camera's still on. It
he was
happens.
passing out. He was falling asleep.
Yeah. He has a hard time.
Yeah.
We still got let's see. We were gonna wrap in like 10 minutes or so. What were you about to say, Andy?
Oh, I just say about the whole mask thing. I think now everything now is theatrics. At this point, and I think people are scared they'll be in trouble. That's all I have to say. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to wear a mask, do it. If you don't want to wear a mask, if you don't want to wear a mask, don't. Like I was kind of. I always wore a mask just because I feel like it made people more comfortable around me. Like
I did too.
I don't want to ruffle shit in a time of crisis. Everybody's on edge anyways, so I'm like, let's wear the mask. But now that like it's gone, if you still want to wear it, I'm not mad at you. Anybody who goes up to somebody for wearing a mask or not wearing a mask is like a dick. Like,
well,
I feel bad though for them who are still wearing masks. They must be like still in that phase. When it first hit, I was like walking out like, oh my God, it's scary. And if they're feeling like that sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's a thing that I'm seeing now is we have weed shops here, but weed is not federally legal. So it's all cash. These buildings are full of cash. So people have been robbing weed stores now. Like there's this epidemic of weed stores getting robbed for all their cash. So now where I used to be required to wear a mask, if I choose to wear one, I have to like lift it up for a camera before I...
Oh, really?
And then they buzz the door open.
Yeah, they were doing that at the weed stores. They do that at TSA when you fly as well. Like
they were doing, like the one that I go to here locally wasn't doing that until they started getting robbed around here. There was like a shooting.
Don't forget that Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is ongoing.
I thought they got
by the
wrapped
way,
up.
I heard Mercedes' trial got pushed back again. Did you ever have
Mercedes Carrera?
Yeah, Mercedes Carrera. Did you ever have her on your show?
Bro, I was supposed to have her on. We had planned a date for Warski Live, and it was for like the Friday, and then like it was like the Tuesday or Wednesday that came out about her. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I remember you had her on a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think the last
Like
time she
5
was
or
supposed to
6?
be on, she canceled last minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
do you
waiting
think
to
she's
see.
guilty?
I don't know. I mean, it's weird that she sat in jail for like what 3 years now, and there hasn't even been the pre-trial for it.
I mean, I hope she's not guilty.
Of course, because
but-
if she is, that means something really bad happened.
Yeah.
But
like the video camera and tapes and shit.
But
I
it's
was
like what,
I mean,
depends
that
on
would
what's on
be-
those tapes. We don't know what's on those
if
tapes.
there was
right?
shit on tapes, then that means
Yeah.
it's open and shut.
Well,
like,
what was said was they
True.
found a gun, they found
Drugs.
meth, and they found video camera filming equipment, but they didn't say they had evidence of any stuff on the tapes from what I remember hearing.
Right, I
so unless
think-
something new came out from that. She's going to have a video camera on site
Of
because she's a
course.
porn star, right? Like she's going to have
Exactly.
She's going to have meth
Yeah.
on site because she's a porn star. Like this stuff makes sense for why she would have it. If she's using it on her fucking kid, that's unforgivable. That's unforgivable.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. Yeah, definitely. I guess we'll see. So her trial was pushed back too, eh?
Yeah, but I think it's
ever
her.
since.
This is what I
Let's
think
see.
is bad. Look for her is that it's her representation pushing the trial back, so they might be delaying the inevitable.
But she's already in jail, so what is the inevitable?
Being actually convicted of this, right? Like she might want to sit forever in jail rather than have everybody see the actual evidence come out. If there really is evidence, like that.
What if she's innocent? Wouldn't she be able to like sue for being held for 3
Yes,
years?
Possibly.
Yes, she would.
But she's being held because her
April 19th.
I don't know if she'd be able to sue because it's her or lawyer that keeps pushing it back. She's
It's a
the reason,
public defender, though. They wouldn't keep pushing that shit back forever.
But she wants it pushed back because she's trying to get the money to get a better lawyer. I think is what she said on her side.
Is she I mean, like, who's giving her money?
Well, I think she was hoping it was going to be bail is set for $2 million each. Then maybe the porn company, like none of the porn companies want to back her right now, right? Like they could easily.
We had a woman that worked in the industry that thought she like hopped into our chat and we had her on the show.
She was from IP2. Bobby.
Oh God,
I can't remember
Dylan.
Bobby Dylan. Yeah, Bobby Dylan came in and had like some stuff to say about this.
Yeah, I spoke to her when she smashed Alice from IP2's face in with a rock. Remember that? She's on the kill stream. Yeah.
Oh,
I started asking her. I remember when she came on. I started asking her. I'm like, because she had a porn of her like being, arrested for shoplifting. I'm like, isn't that illegal? What he did, making you suck his dick for shoplifting? She's like I was just obviously being joking. She actually answered it seriously, and I'm like, no.
Oh, it's one of those shoplifter. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did my research before we interviewed her.
If Mercedes Carrera could have snuck a cell phone into her jail cell, she could have made this $2 million in the last 2 years off OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
She could have put butt stuff, jail cell butt stuff on there. She'd been caked out, made a lot of money, got out on bail. But I think it looks bad, the fact that it's her lawyer pushing everything back. So I'm hoping it comes back that she's not guilty, and this was supposedly, she said her husband trumped up false charges, ex-husband, to get custody of their child. That was her verbal explanation of what happened. But other than that, it's the fact that her lawyer keeps pushing it back.
If you
makes it
look at all these stories, it's like
bad.
postpone. Whoa. Postpone.
Okay, so it's been a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been like 3 years. She's been in jail.
It's over 3 years now. She was February 1st, February 2nd, 2019 is when she got locked up.
That's sketch. That's more sketchy each postpone. That's kind of crazy. It's either she did it or she didn't. Like, if they have the evidence, wouldn't she?
What was the one up there, The Peculiar World of? Was that her or was that somebody else? It's a little further up. It was Mercedes Carrera and Jason Whitney. Was this an op-ed piece? Like, this sounds like The Peculiar World of, this would have came out 2019. I don't know. This is a long time ago.
Oh yeah, she's postponing to make money to pay for a better defender. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, but I don't know.
I hope she didn't do it. That's fucking crazy.
Of course.
I hope she didn't do it
I
because
remember
it's
being
her fucking child on the line. Like, I hope the child never had to go through that shit.
Well, the child's been living somewhere else this whole time.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's crazy. How old was the kid?
I think they said 10 at the time. I don't know.
Was it?
I thought it was 10. I could be wrong.
Damn, dude. Shit.
Oh.
Fucking that everything's been crazy. But is everything better in your state now? Like in terms of the lockdown, everything's good. You guys.
Oh yeah,
because you guys are blessed to have this job, right? Because now you didn't like. I know so many friends of mine who like lost their jobs and shit. It was brutal. It was fucking scary for people. I was lucky too because I don't want to. COVID helped me.
Yeah.
Because then I was doing Uber. Then I wasn't allowed to work. I got $2,000 free a month for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And I used that time to build my streaming, which then now I'm doing well, right? So I was blessed, but like
Canada did way better with public assistance during the pandemic.
But you guys had like what, 1,200 you
Yes.
were waiting for? That's like 2,000. You just phoned them, put in your social security number, or your social insurance number. We have us in here, and then I'm able to work. No, boom, it's in your account like within like a second.
Yeah,
It's
it took like
crazy.
6 months for the first little $1,200 check or something.
By the way, the charge is for a minor under 10. So we don't know how
Okay.
old the kid was, anywhere from birth to 10.
That sucks.
So I don't know. Sorry to.
Someone says I'm a power bottom, by the way, in chat. I mean, I guess we'll never find out. Oh shit!
Can we get a sparring match between Andy and Jared? Andy might have to bulk up like Jared first, though.
Who's Jared?
There's this
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
Jared Genesis, that always wants to fight. He went down to the Green Power Rangers dojo in his town. The Green Power Ranger owned a dojo. He tried to challenge the Green Power Ranger. The guy had one of his like underlings that worked for him fight this guy, and the dude just beat the shit out of this Jared guy at the dojo. And then the Jared guy went home and like made a video snitching on himself for getting his ass kicked. It was the funniest, most least self-aware thing I've ever seen. So yeah, I think they want to have you go up against Jared.
How big is this guy? How much does he weigh?
He's a schlub. He's probably like he's very unfit. Like he's maybe 6 foot tall, around the 6 foot tall thing, but he's built like a sweaty pumpkin, you know? Like he's not gonna put up a fight. I think they just want to see you smack
Just
him
fight
around.
anyone?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I want to train. I'm training, or I'm weightlifting now and cardio like every day. But I want to train because I think it'd be fun to fight someone. Like not even as like a internet beef thing. Like yo, bro, like we're friends. You want to fight? Like that'd be fun. I think, and it'd be like an event for people to watch. I think that'd be cool. Plus, it's sort like I am disappointed about the whole like. I wasn't able to fight when I wanted to, and I think I'm healthier and more fit now. So it'd be fun, but maybe I'll fight that guy. Who knows?
Jared
Genesis.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. He was this. Do you know anything about him?
You just explained a little bit about the Green Power Ranger gym and stuff. Yeah.
Well, he also was a guy who was making very weird comments to underage girls online. And then we had a few people from our fan base, which were adults, but they catfished him saying they were like 15, and he sent them dick pics like immediately without any provocation. Like they didn't say anything to initiate it or anything, and he was like, "You're 15, here's my dick," like immediately. So
Adam Warski, axe wielding maniac, that meme of me murdering the Hasbro people for being pedos. I'll have to come out and beat his ass. Oh shit! That's bad. Don't ever it's like just talking, even like talking to like a fan who's 15. Like, you're 15, bye. You just block them. Block them immediately.
Yeah, there's no real
like,
reason.
I love your show. No, you don't. Bye.
There's no reason for you to be in a 15-year-old's DMs or anything. Like that's not it.
No,
that's not it.
It has to be all like, "Hey, I love your show" publicly. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Peace. Yeah.
I don't want all my 15-year-old fans to just disappear. I know there's like 12 of them. Keep watching, liking, subscribing, stealing your parents' credit card. I need all of that. Send those donos, young kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why we had to make the Discord 18 plus at some point. It was just like out of control, you know, like had to get like when I finally like I had fans make my Discord like the DP Discord way back in the day, and it like eventually it was just like stupid and out of control, and I took it over and was like I cleansed the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah. Dude, I have like a Patreon Discord from my old show Twisted Mind, where, you know, some people are still there. Even if someone was weird, even if they weren't like crazy, but I'm just like, I'm sorry, I have a bad vibe. I just like banned them from the Patreon and thing. I'm like, sorry, dude. There's one guy like DMing girls. Someone like posted a video of like guys like dunking chicks' heads in toilets.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, bye. Like, that's fucking weird, you know?
No, I'm all for dunking chicks' heads in toilets, but don't post videos of
On
it.
Discord?
Yeah,
By the
do
way,
it.
here's Jared, Andy. Let us know
no.
if you think you could take him.
Let's go.
Here, he's gonna do a demo of his martial arts.
Oh, he watches Cobra Kai? I love that show, by the way.
He looks like he's pregnant.
Oh, Daniel-san. Uh-oh. Oh my god. I think if I fought him, it would be I'd be charged with assault.
Yeah.
I'd be charged with aggravated assault, I think, even if it was like in a ring.
There's no way he's passing the blood work.
He's got the AIDS.
The way of the Spurg, some guy in your chat, Zorax.
For real.
Holy shit, that's fucking funny.
I'm hot,
Oh shit.
but this dude definitely strikes first, strikes hard, and doesn't show any mercy.
So
no mercy.
He like he's a guy in like his mid 30s, but his parents are older. They're like in their 70s, and he got. Have you ever heard of the stream EFAP? They're a pretty popular live stream on YouTube. They're called,
I have not, no.
They're called EFAP. They pull a couple thousand live. Maybe I've seen them at like 10,000 live at their like.
I thought that was a porn website, to be honest.
Yeah, it's every frame a
pause.
A pause. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they like they review like movies and shit. But they kind of learned about Jared around like in the old DP days. We used to watch Jared.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen a few apps. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to know that dog dude. What's his name?
Rags.
Yeah.
So they kind of caught on to his shit for a little while too, and they kind of gave him a platform before they knew he was a weirdo.
Oh,
and then they learned he was a weirdo. But so he got kind of big because of them. He got a lot of positive attention for a little while because he was like almost like a lovable lolcow in their community.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this guy's weird. He's dirty. He doesn't wash his clothes, but he's funny, so he's cool. But then once they abandoned him, he got trolled. And then Billy told Keemstar about what a weirdo he was.
Well, there's the video of him talking about wanting to date 8-year-olds.
You know what? I'll play it.
Oh no! Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
He posted this on purpose.
Yeah.
Non-jokingly.
Oh no, this is his rant.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, he ranted.
He was ranting.
He ranted about it.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to find it again. It's insane.
He's talking about how it doesn't matter if someone's 80 years old or 8 years old. He's going like extra long. He's like, okay, if you're 18, 12, 9. He's like,
he gets all the way down to 8.
All the way down to 8 years old. He's like, as long as you have a connection, as long as we have that connection. It's like, dude, no.
No, run.
And the connection was bullshit because he had people trolling from our Discord, and he was trying to send dick pics the second they told him they were 15. That's not how a connection works.
That reminds me of, remember that Ross guy that America went after? Who he made a stream talking about how he watches like babies taking baths on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then he was working at a school or some shit.
No.
It's like, bro, America exposed that, and now apparently he's on watch at a home or something.
Good.
Like a mental type home. Yeah.
So like Jared, he threatened to kick his dad's ass in a live stream. He was like, I'll kick your fucking ass if you come in here. And then after that shit happened, after he threatened to kick his dad's ass, he got his computer taken away because he lives with his dad and shit, and his dad actually runs his life.
That was a couple years ago, and he still hasn't got his computer back,
No.
right?
He posts twice a year now.
Yeah, he shows up online on like an old cell phone video he'll upload.
Yeah, he has like a flip phone. He has to buy it
Something
and
like
throw
that,
in the
yeah.
woods when he's done. He has to
It's
snap it in half
4:3
like a
ratio.
drug
It's weird because he's gained 100 pounds and his hair's all gray now. I don't know what it is. And by the way, I found the Jared video. I'll show this to you. It's like, why would you admit this? It's like, who would say this? You got to be fucking insane to say this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about age. I date anybody. It doesn't matter. I don't follow society's rules. And, people think ill of me for that, but it doesn't matter to me. I never cared about what people think of me. That's why Chris calls me a pedo and all these funny names. Even though he's really just... I don't think there's a word that can describe his level of sickness, but if you feel you have chemistry towards someone, like you connect in a spiritual way, then go for it. Whether they're, 14, 48, 99, whatever, doesn't matter, dude.
14 is high for him. He goes lower.
Just throwing in the
he goes
99.
lower.
Just throwing in the 99 just to try and make it sound like he's not a
He
pedo.
gets up to 1,000.
He did. He just dog whistled there. He said 1488.
Yeah, if it doesn't matter you're 14 or 88.
Dog whistling to the alt-right.
Sure, 12 is cool with me. That's great, man. See, the funny thing about adolescents is they never sold their soul yet. And so they still have purity in them. And if you can get one young like that, then that's freaking great. Most of the time, though, their parents probably wouldn't be cool with that, and that's understandable. But the funny thing is, a lot of parents are
If somebody's parents was okay with them dating an older man at 12 years old, I would look at their parents and be like, yes, you're fucked up. But if they were okay with a 12-year-old dating Jared Genesis, you all need to be burnt in a fire.
This guy wouldn't change his shirt for 30 days. He'd post videos every day and he'd be wearing the same fucking clothes.
Oh.
This is his room too. It's covered in trash and shit. It's fucking
illness. There's some sort of scary. Oh.
Let's finish his rant up so
Billy
we can
and
finish
I
this
are lucky.
episode.
Our dads are dead.
Thank
so
you.
we get to keep our computers no
Thanks for
matter
a
what.
minute.
Exactly.
But I hate Jard. He is the lowest of the low. I'd rather hang out with Brett or King Cobra.
So let's let him finish this epic rant, and then we'll wrap this show up. But this is you got to finish watching. It gets worse.
So stupid, and they insult their own children, saying, you know, well, my kid can't date someone younger because their brain hasn't developed. Because basically, you know, it's like saying they're stupid. My kid's stupid, so I don't want them dating someone older because they're just going to make stupid choices. Because
that is, you do have to protect your children from making stupid choices. Same reason they can't go out and play in traffic when they want to. They can't date 38-year-old fucking man children. Of course not. Fuck this. This is the worst take ever. he's like shaming parents for not trusting their kids around pedos. This is the worst take.
they're dumb. I mean, what kind of piece of crap parent says that?
What?
Oh, yes, I would, dude. I would date an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, doesn't matter. Whoa! I look at the spiritual aspect of it. If I spiritually connect to someone, it doesn't matter, dude. 99, 8.
8!
There you go.
99 or 8.
1,000 years old.
9 or 8.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Even if your child is an adult, and if they are dating Jord, they are dumb as fuck.
Yes.
If you think ill of me for that, that's on you. I really don't give a shit.
That's on you.
So cheers, guys, for being here.
See, that cup that he's about to drink from, there was a stream where he, like, pissed in it and forgot that he had pissed in it and drank from it later on.
Oh.
It was so ridiculous.
Still got 46 in the chat.
The measuring cup?
Yeah.
I think it's a medical cup, right? Like
Yeah. That's the shit you pee in for doctors and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is our I don't know what to call him.
Dude,
our one of our
your
cows.
friend?
One of our cows. Jared Genesis. He's got so many other videos that are just the worst.
Some
shit
of them are
takes,
just
but-
insane. Like, they're just...
Yeah, luckily he's been off the internet since he had a screaming match with his dad. His dad took his computer away.
Well, now he has...
outside of a few little videos.
He has
but-
an Odyssey channel now.
Is he active on it?
He has two of his most recent videos where he
Yeah.
looks like shit.
Yeah, like
He's-
he doesn't need to come back to the internet. He's not giving anything good. He's actively making it a worse place, sending dick pics to people he think are 15 and saying he's down for 8-year-olds. Like that's fucked. Stay away. Stay away.
Hot take from Billy.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. It's not a
Yeah,
hot
right?
take. It's a regular take.
We're gonna have to have Mr. Girl on to defend him.
Oh. Even Mr. Girl would be like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But Mr.
Yeah,
Girl's
that's a
like, I
big
don't know, man. Holy shit.
I actually
Well, thanks for
showed...
having me on, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, that was fun. I'll DM you guys. We'll figure out a date to have you on Kino Casino.
Cool.
That'd be
All right.
awesome. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Everybody watching, I don't know. Do what you guys do. Like and subscribe. Patreon. Kick us in the ass. Whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I'm power bottom. I'm coming to take it from all of you.
Do it.
No joke, that video of him yelling at his dad pisses me off. Our dads might be dead, but 80 at least our dads didn't bring a
Christ.
POS like Jared into this world. I can't wait till dude become homeless. Love you, sweet boys.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Oh, no.
It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet. Gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.